I'm in the middle,
You're in the middle. What does that mean?
but I got a question for you.
Knowing everything that you do now, if you're teleported back to
Like,
last
I don't know
November.
what's.
Knowing everything that you do now, if you're teleported back to last November, who'd you vote for?
Wait, like, what do you think about like trans people in like women's sports?
Okay, all right, man. I'm gonna have you answer my question, please. Knowing everything that you do now, if you're teleported back to last November, would you support Trump?
No.
All right, man. Well, we're very
I
specifically only looking for people that do support Trump. I just want to clarify in the rules. Only hop inside of that queue if you support Trump as president. We're trying to change some minds here. We're trying to break the news and hopefully get more Americans on the right side of history. What's going on? Do you support Trump?
No.
Based, awesome. Well, that is so cool. But we are only looking for Trump supporters, as I just said. So we are going to go and remove you at this point in time. You do take care. And hey, over on Super Chat, Doodle, thank you so much for this $75. We got to show some love to Doodle down below that chat. Thank you so much for your kindness. Doodle with the 75 bucks says, Argentinian here. We don't want the $40 billion, which they're using to buy the country. The U.S. has set military bases in places in Argentina, and they plan on mining the oil in Patagonia, mine the lithium in the north, and mine the uranium before China does. They're also moving Israelis to Patagonia. Well, that's very interesting. I appreciate you so much for sharing that information with us. And yeah, man, listen, I mean, I think that that $40 billion would be spent a whole lot better on keeping healthcare low for low-income Americans, but apparently Republicans disagree. What's going on, Noah? Do you support Trump? And Noah left. Guys, listen, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be so very honest. Today, it is going to be near impossible to find any Trump supporters. I would not doubt it if we go the next 45 minutes without being able to find a single Trump supporter to bring up here. Amber, appreciate you for the galaxy. At this point in time, it is just seriously nearly impossible for anybody to support him. Elijah, are you MAGA? Elijah is driving. We got to kick him out. Dirk, are you MAGA?
Yeah.
All right. Can you please disconnect me from any type of like external microphone that you have?
Is it okay if Elon's driving? I'm not driving, but Elon's driving.
Um, I don't know. Like,
You know what?
is
I'll
it
save you live. I'll say no. I'll save you live. I'll pull over.
okay? Dirk, feel free to hop back inside of that queue as soon as you're pulled over. In the meantime, we are going to move on to the next guest here, guys. Only hop inside of that queue if you're MAGA, please, 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 please. We're just looking for some debates. Just make sure that you're not driving. Make sure that you're an American adult that supports Trump as president. By the way, when he said, "Is it okay if Elon's driving?" He's in like a full self-driving
All
Tesla.
Trump supporters, check my videos. Yeah.
Okay, we got some little baby screaming. I'm gonna go to kick them. Hey, Kat, thank you so much for the $5 over on Super Chat. And Crystal, thank you for the blooming. I really appreciate you guys for the love. What's going on, Pitt? Do you support Trump? Pitt, you got 5 seconds before you're kicked. We're trying to move fast here just because it's so hard to find Trump supporters. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Banned. Moving on to the next guest, guys. Please only hop inside of the queue if you're MAGA. I'm going to say it one more time. Just looking for Trump supporters. Literally leave the queue if you're not, or else I'm going to ban you. It just seems like hard today to get MAGA up just because, you know, the bombshell that dropped this morning. Hello, WP. Do you support Trump?
No, but I do got a question. But
All
my
right.
uncle
W,
do.
please. WP, please do not join the queue if you're not MAGA. Gooey, do you support Trump? Gooey. Sounds like Gooey's in a car. Oregon, do you support Trump?
Yep.
And how old are you?
40.
Perfect. We finally got a Trump supporter connected to the live. All right, man. Before passing the mic, so you can tell us why you support Trump and maybe answer a handful of questions that I have for you
Sure.
after some of the breaking news today. I want to thank a handful of people here. First and foremost, Bryson. Thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo, who says, going to be hard to find actual MAGA people because you're too good at what you do. And Donald Trump is so bad at what he does that we're having bombshells break almost every day
What's
now.
the bombshell?
Thank you for
What's
the
the
$10,
news?
Bryson. I appreciate you for the love. Yeah, for sure. The bombshell is that that Epstein said Donald Trump knew exactly what he was doing, and that Donald Trump had spent hours alone with a victim at Epstein's house. And
When did he say that?
2011 and 2019 in emails, right? Finally released by Congress this morning.
Okay.
So the question would be, how the hell can you still support Trump as president if he's been lying about the nature of his relationship with Epstein, saying that he didn't know what he was doing for the last 20 years when it's now coming out that he did, not to mention him spending hours alone at Epstein's house with a victim.
Yeah, I don't know about the bombshell enough to be able to really talk on it, but you know, in general, that it just seems like somebody's kind of grasping at straws to find a reason why you don't like him. A lot of the MAGA's not happy with the Epstein stuff either as well. We
Wait,
think it's
that's
being used
wait,
as a way to
I want to
control
clarify.
him.
I want to clarify here. That's not grasping at straws, okay? Right? That is released information by Congress. All it is an email.
And
It's
when
just
that
simply an
just
email.
happened, it just happened, right?
Yeah, these were released this morning.
Yeah, nobody else is going to be caught up enough to be able to give you, understand it. Like you speak on something that's had a couple of weeks for people to really figure out. I'd be able to better defend it.
Wait,
But I
wait,
can
wait,
just
wait, exactly. Yeah, why is that your thought process? Why is your thought process, I
because
have
I
to
don't know
wait
what
for,
you're talking about. That's why.
why is your thought process, I have to wait for Trump to release the
I'm
talking
not
points so
talking
I
about
can
Trump.
defend it?
I'm talking about me to do my own research
So,
on what
so, so, so
emails
you
you're
can
talking
defend it?
about. No,
But
I'm
that's
not
what you
saying
just
I
said.
would. I'm saying so I have a response to your question. You're asking me something I don't know about these emails you're referring to. I
Right,
don't.
right,
So
right.
what I can't respond to them. I don't know what you're asking.
Oh yeah,
You know,
obviously. So why do you support Trump?
in general, I mean, I try to support our president. I'm pro-America, and so in general, I want us to succeed. I
But our
don't want him to
president is
fail.
anti-America.
Do you want him to fail?
No, I want him to succeed, but I don't support him because he is failing and he's hurting this country. I'm pro America too. And guess what? Donald Trump is an American last president. The House Republicans last night voted against the notion of redirecting funds from going to Argentina to rather funding ACA subsidies to keep healthcare premiums low for 55 million Americans. That is about as anti American as it gets. And this is full heartedly expected from a president and a party that supported an attempted coup on our government in 2020 and a president who's now violated the Constitution 5 times in the last
Well,
10 months.
and I'll agree with you that he hasn't been America first, which is why you're seeing a rise of Nick Fuentes and Goipers and people that are actually willing to commit to putting Americans first and not being,
Wait,
uh,
Nick
yeah.
Fuentes doesn't commit to putting Americans first.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes is an awesome person. What are you talking about? He doesn't commit to it. How does he not? How does he not put America's
Yeah,
first?
for sure. He doesn't put America's.
How does he not?
He doesn't.
How does he not?
He doesn't put America first
How?
because not all Americans are white, and he doesn't like white people. He doesn't put America first because not all America because some Americans are black, and he thinks that all black people should be thrown in jail. He doesn't put
No,
America
he
first.
doesn't.
He
No, he
doesn't
doesn't.
put America first because over 50% of Americans are women, and he thinks that all women should shut the fuck up. He doesn't put America first because there's many Jewish Americans, and he's literally supported Hitler. I literally supports Hitler.
No, he wants America to be controlled by Americans. He doesn't want an Israel lobby to be able to control it. That's what he's
So
speaking on.
every single thing that I
Are
just
you
said is true.
proud to be white?
One second. Everything that
Are you proud to be white?
every single thing that are you proud to be dumb? Every single thing that I just said was true. Okay. He has said repeatedly, okay, you could go find a clip of this yourself. This isn't like obscure, unknown information. You know, like last night I spoke to another Fuentes supporter. I brought up the fact that Fuentes called for all black people to be thrown in jail. And in response, that Fuentes supporter said, yeah, like I know he said that. I remember watching that clip. Okay. Like, you know, this isn't new. This isn't, a bombshell. This is a fact of Fuentes that we've known forever. I mean, dude, shit. He literally is a self-described white nationalist. He got together with Ye and started talking about white power, throwing the HH salute, and he personally told me that he'd take Hitler as president over any woman. Are you proud
When
to
did
support a
he
Nazi?
say he wanted Ye to go to jail? When did he say that?
Oh yeah, for sure. So he said this maybe like 2 weeks ago when he gave a little bit of a speech. He said like all Jewish people need to leave America, women need to shut the fuck up, and black people need to go to jail.
Jewish people or Israel first people?
Jewish.
No. And he never called for all black people to go to jail. So that's ridiculous. You're just making do you listen to him?
Oh my God.
Do you listen to him?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of clips. Yes, I do.
Do you watch his show? Do you ever
No,
just stop and watch it?
I don't watch a show, but I listen to clips.
What would you identify as?
1 second. I'm trying to find the clip of him saying that black people need to
He
go to
wants
jail.
all black people in jail.
Let's see.
He wants all black people in jail. That's what you're saying.
Let's listen to this.
I'm
This
asking you,
guy's
you're
throwing
saying
garbage in my neighborhood. This guy's driving around like a disgusting animal, throwing wrappers out of his window. This is in my neighborhood. I'm supposed to be mad at Hitler? I'm supposed to be cross with Hitler? I want this guy dead. If I was in a room with Hitler and that guy, me and Hitler would team up and fuck that guy up. We would kill that guy. Hitler would hold him down and I would beat him to death.
Yeah, by the way, he's talking about a black man there.
knows. Why did 9 in 10 blacks vote for Democrats? Why do they do that? God only knows. Why do they play the knockout game? Why do they punch white people in the street for no reason?
Why
Why do
is
they
it
rob
that if
5
someone's
7-Elevens in
black,
30
they're not
minutes?
allowed to say
Why do they walk
anything?
Hey, can you please allow me to finish playing this clip?
around with their pants around their ankles? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not black, so it's not my experience. It's unexplainable, but this is what they do. Okay, this is how they are. It is what it is. That black vote is locked in, man. It is totally inelastic. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter what they believe or who they like. I mean, it just doesn't matter. So why would we create these opportunity zones and a platinum plan and just send the military in? Do what must be done. Send the military into these black neighborhoods, make the streets safe. They'll complain about it. It doesn't matter.
Do you have a question or just the look? Where do you live? Do you live in a black neighborhood?
I just want to be clear.
Do you live in a black neighborhood?
I just want to be clear. Is that what you're defending?
I just want to be clear. When did he call for all
I just-
black people to be in jail? That's what you said.
I mean, actually, he just said that he wants the military.
He
to go
didn't
on a
say he
live
wanted
event.
all black people in jail. You said you're just making shit up.
He just said, quote unquote, send the military into these black neighborhoods and make the streets safe. They'll complain about it, but it doesn't matter.
That does not mean throw all black people in jail.
Yeah, that either means throw them all in jail or kill them all.
No, he said neighborhoods. He didn't say go. He said go into the bed. Do you think black people want their neighborhoods to be better, or do you think they don't? I mean, like, what are you talking about? You're just saying, like, you're so, if somebody, like, because he's black, oh, clutch your pearls. Like, you're
Okay.
just, and
Yeah,
again, are you
I
proud to
even-
be
I-
who you are?
Dude, okay.
Are you
this guy's-
proud to be white?
So honestly, Chad, who we're talking to right now is a fucking Nazi. Okay, why don't you just go ahead and why don't you just go ahead and take the mask off, say that you're
Are
a
you
little
proud
Nazi.
to be who
Wait,
you
one
are?
second. Why don't
Are
you
you
just
proud?
why don't you just take the mask off, call yourself a little Nazi, say that you love Hitler with you and your tiny little penis and your tiny little brain. The only
How
transparency
come
that's true of
you
you is
can't
the
say
transparent
that?
brain inside of your head. Okay, you support
Okay.
somebody that thinks all black individuals should either
I'll give
die
you
or
your
be thrown
point.
in jail.
Can I ask you
okay,
one question?
You support
Can I
somebody.
ask you one
You support
question?
somebody that supports
Can I
Hitler.
ask you
you think
one
that he's
question?
awesome because he thinks that all women should shut the fuck up. Like, it's embarrassing, bro. If you were to act
Can
like
I
this,
ask a
listen,
question?
Listen, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. I'm
Okay.
speaking. The
Yeah.
real man. The real man's speaking. The real man is speaking.
You're
Can
not
you
a
calm
real
down?
man, dude. You can't even say you're proud to be who you
wait,
are,
wait,
brother.
I just want to clarify. So therefore, because you said I'm not a real man, you think a man is something other than an adult human male?
No, you said I wasn't a real man. What are you
shit.
talking about?
No. You said quote unquote.
You literally said it,
You
not me.
said quote unquote. We'll go ahead and roll the clip back. You just said, Dean, you're not a real man. Do you want to hear yourself say that? Let's listen to yourself say that. Wait. Speaking.
Can I ask a question?
Listen, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. I'm
Okay.
speaking. The
Yeah.
real man's speaking. The real man is speaking.
You're
Can
not
you
a
calm
real
down?
man, dude.
You said, quote unquote, you're not a real man, dude. So I just want to clarify that you think that a real man, quote unquote, is something other than an adult human male. Can we get a response there? Oh,
my microphone.
There we go. Can we get a response there?
You responded to me. You said you're not. The real man is talking. I responded to you saying that. So come on, you're not. Don't try to trick me into this shit.
Oh,
You
okay.
said the real man.
All right. Well, I definitely said that you're not a real man. Okay. I definitely said that. But so did you, right? Implying that you don't think that a real man is an adult human male, right? But we're going to go ahead and get the lousy Nazi off the stream. Let's go to get that next Trump supporter up here. By the way, guys, look at that. Okay. The only people that still support Trump as president are people like that last guest. He's an indefensible candidate with an indefensible character. And the only people that still support him are individuals such as that last guest that say, hey, I love Nazis. Hey, I love them. I love white supremacy, right? Like, those are the only people that can still support him. So let's go to get that next guest loaded up inside of that box, folks. Only hop in that queue if you are an American adult that supports Trump as president. This is absolutely so embarrassing for America. From learning that Donald Trump has been lying about his relationship with Epstein for the last 20 years now, that we have leaked emails from Epstein where he says that he knew exactly what he was doing, just spending hours alone with victims at Epstein's house, to now freaking out and trying to convince Lauren Boebert to not vote for the full release of the Epstein files in Congress, And then, of course, his supporters are now saying that I love Hitler, I support Nazis, I'm one myself. You know, like, this is America, and this is where we're at today. And that's why I do these streams, because I think that this sadistic shit needs to be exposed. What's up, Survive? Do you support Trump?
No, I just want to say I love you, Dean.
Man, I appreciate for that love, man, but we are just looking for people that are MAGA. By the way, you know, for everybody spamming W guest down below in that comment section, feel free to join the stream. I'd love to have a chat with you. I know that you'll never do that, though. I mean, I know that you'll never do that. You know, we just, you know, you're 14. You probably wouldn't qualify to be able to join the stream nonetheless. But, you know, we're going to try to find that next Trump supporter right now. Let's go to get them up here. You know, the people spamming W guest in the chat are just rage baiters. You know, they're not going to join the stream. They're not going to come up here and have a conversation. It's just in their nature to scream very loudly in the chat, but as soon as they're met with an invitation for verbal opposition, they will deny it. What's going on,
Hello,
Dev
brother.
TV? Do you support Trump?
Hello, brother. I'm kind of even. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican.
Okay, man. Well, I appreciate you so much for joining, and I hope that the stream is able to convince you to, you know, obviously lean a little to the left. But on stream, we are just looking to talk to people that do support Trump, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Let's go and get that next guest loaded up into the box right now, folks. Yo, over on Super Chat, thank you so much for the $50, Alpha Phoenix. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the love, Alpha Phoenix, with the $50 over on Super Chat. Give me one moment. Says,
I'm naming my next child after you.
wow. That well, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you're not a Trump supporter. But shout out to Lil Dean. Hell yeah! Shout out to Lil Dean. Can we get some W Lil Deans down below in the comment section? Shout out to Lil Dean. Hell yeah! Shout out to Lil Dean. Can we get some W Lil Deans down below in the comment section? Shout out to. Okay, John has a very bad echo. I thought it was going to go away, but it obviously doesn't seem like it is. Let's go to get that next guest up here. Once again, Phoenix, thank you so much for the $50 over on Super Chat. Phoenix says, hey, Dean, a few months ago, I told you that I used to be a Fuentes fan back in 2016, and you helped me realize that I need help, and I've gone to old friends that are still fans of his, and I managed to change one of their minds about how evil he really is. Well, good for you for being able to make that switch. I will say that most people that are friends of Fuentes are just like simply like detached from reality. You know, so on Halloween, when I was out in Boulder, I had somebody approach me, tell me that they were a fan of Fuentes and that they wanted to debate. And I talked to them for around 45 minutes. And where the conversation ended up going, right, was down to like them, like dealing with like really significant like mental struggles to the extent where they like didn't even know if like real life was real. They thought it was possible that they were like in a simulation. And they even said that they believed that they were like divine and they controlled the world around them. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like the people that do support Fuentes for the most part are like dealing with things, right, that lead to that support. Maybe if it's like bad relationships in their life, you know, a bad upbringing, right, or you know, like strong mental disconnects, like the ones that I just described from, you know, that Fuentes supported that approached me to have a conversation on Halloween. And I feel like the only way that we could really ensure that future generations of Americans will not support somebody like Fuentes or Fuentes himself, right, is to continue to have these conversations and continue to like stigmatize that shit. You know, like it's wrong to be a Nazi, believe it or not. What's up, David? Do you support Trump?
Yes.
How old are you?
14.
All right, you got to be at least 18 to join the live. Guys, we're now an hour into the stream and we've still yet to have a debate. You know, we just had somebody join up and, you know, tell us that they're Nazi, but that's about it. So only op inside of that cube, you are an American adult that supports Trump as president. Hey, what's up? Are you MAGA?
I would say previously, like before this term.
Okay, so
A
you're not
little
MAGA
more
anymore.
so.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go to put the rules up on screen, and I really want you guys to be able to follow them. Let's go ahead and just put the rules up. The rules are very simple. Only join if you are 18 plus, American MAGA, ready to debate. If you break the rules and you attempt to join the stream, you will be banned. So please do not break the rules. Please do not break the rules, guys. We're just looking for debate. It's been an hour now. We're just looking for some conversation. Please respect and follow the rules. Let's go to get the next guest loaded up into the stream. This is getting a little bit insane at this point because people are just not following the rules. Julian, what's up? Are you MAGA?
Yes. Well, I'm conservative. I'm not MAGA, but I'm conservative.
Are you driving?
No, I'm in my sister's car. She's driving.
Okay, could she say hey real quick? Okay, he's lying. Moving on to the next guest. Everybody that is joining is breaking the rules. This is insane. Yo, over on Super Chat, Nicole, thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate you for that love. Nicole donated the $10. Didn't leave a message, only the love. Thank you so much, Nicole. What's up? Do you support Trump? Nope, they're gone. Moving on to the next guest. Holy cow, we got Patriot 4547 connecting. Hey, what's up, man? Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Nikki, appreciate you for the galaxy. Awesome. Yo, real quick, do you mind if I thank a couple people before we hop into our debate?
Sure.
Cool. Lexi, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. It says, love you, Dean. Love you too, Lexi. Appreciate you so much for your kindness. Show some love to Lexi down below. Then Jocelyn, that is Joslyn. Thank you so much for the $15 over on Venmo. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. Who says, here's $15 for the quote unquote, are you proud to be dumb clapback? Appreciate you for that love, Jocelyn. Darius, thank you so much for the $5 over on Venmo. Appreciate you so much for the love, Darius. Then Terrell, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. Sub, thank you so much for the $15 over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love, Sub. Sub with the $15 says, I wonder how Maga will try to defend the news about Epstein files today. Yeah, me too. I mean, why don't we go ahead and ask this guy? Thank you so much for the $15 sub. I want to see 150 sub W's down below. Aslan, thank you for the $1. Jenna, thank you for the $5. Samantha with the 3. Michael with the 6. Thank you so much, Michael. And then Mr. Jacob, thank you so much for the $20 over on PayPal. Thank you so much, Jacob. I want to see 200 Jacob W's down below in that comment section for the $20, who says, please do a live sometime where we could discuss your solutions to some of our problems. I think that'd be beneficial to do. Thank you for the idea, Jacob. Show some love to Jacob and all the other donors down below in that chat. Now, Patriot, I'm going to go to pass the mic off to you. Tell us why you support Trump.
Yeah, Trump is, I support him because his failures will lead to Nick Fuentes' generational run that will continue to rise, and he will take over the party. As JD Vance says, 50% of the staffers are groypers. They're not weird incels. They don't have mental illnesses. They're in the GOP. They're in Capitol Hill. They're taking over the party.
How many
Generational run started with Trump at Mar-a-Lago, and it's going to
I have a
finish.
question.
Who knows where it finishes?
Is
He's on a meteoric rise.
Is it wrong to not be straight?
Is it wrong to not be straight? No, you should be straight.
So it's wrong to not be straight.
Or asexual. You should be asexual. That's allowed.
Oh, wait. So it's allowed to not be straight?
As long as you're asexual genius, high IQ, 150 generational leader. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, so then why is it wrong to be gay?
Because it's not America first, you know?
Why is
It's
that?
a Christian country.
Oh, so you're saying that it's
We
wrong
should
to be
be a moral Christian nation.
Wait, you're saying that it's wrong to be gay because of the Bible?
This is a Christian nation. We should have morals.
Okay, so
Shouldn't be allowed.
So where in
No.
the Bible does it say it's wrong to be gay?
Where in the Bible? It's a bit. I can't do apologetics.
Oh, so you can't defend the proposition that it's wrong to be gay?
I'm a baby Christian, dude. Can't do it.
Oh, so you can't. So then it's not wrong to be gay because you don't have an argument for that.
Dude, you debated Nick on this. What are you talking about? Who gives a fuck about this?
Then,
Anyway,
wait.
You could be gay if you're America first. If you're America first, you hate Israel. You're fucking.
Well, thank
good.
you so much for the concession. Appreciate you. So, by the way, that's what a Fuente supporter looks like. I believe in things without evidence, and when you put the smallest amount of pressure on me, right, I'll just concede. Okay, let's go get the next guest up here. Wow, that was a really easy debate. That was the easiest debate I've ever had. Holy shit, dude! I got a concession out of him in like less than 30 seconds. What's up? Do you support Trump? Wow, what a crazy conversation. We're getting concessions left and right. Holy moly. Yo, Virginia, thank you so much for the 28 Canadian dollars over on YouTube. Thank you so much, Virginia. Virginia with the 28 Canadian dollars says, all of you STUPID MAGAs, checkmate on you with the starting of the NW load of evidence correlating with Trump. What slew of even more insane conspiracy theories will we hear now that they can't go la 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 in response to the Epstein files? Yeah, man, we're going to hear a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding that, Virginia. Thank you so much for the 28 Canadian dollars. What's going on, Trump 2024? Are you MAGA? Do you support Trump as president?
So, okay, I have a friend that I want you to debate, and he's in a request right now. I told him to join. He's a really good debater. You already debated me, I believe, and you should debate him. His name is David.
Okay, if I see David, I'll bring him up. Guys, please only up instead of that key if you support Trump. Please. We're now over an hour into the stream. I'm going to start banning people immediately when they join and they violate the rules. It's either going to be that you're a Trump supporter and I'll talk to you, or you're not a Trump supporter and you're banned. Kath, do you support Trump?
Yeah, I also just wanted to see if you saw the GOP just released thousands of Epstein files.
Like just now?
Yeah, sorry, I don't support Trump. Sorry for breaking the rules, but yeah, they just.
Well, I appreciate you so much for letting me know, Kathy, Caddy. It was either Kathy or Caddy. If it was Kathy or Caddy, I really appreciate you for letting me know. Let's go ahead and load up Mr. Parnas's video. Yeah, today's a really busy day with all the news, folks. Really busy day with all the news. Let's see. Let's see if
We have some major news right now. Donald Trump is panicking even more, lashing out at Republicans.
Okay. It doesn't look like even Parnas has reported on it. GOP releases Epstein files. Let's look at the news. Hey, what's up? Do you support Trump? Nope. Matt Rife is not here. Moving on to the next guest. Epstein files live updates. GOP lawmakers release thousands of files. Shortly after Democrats release emails showing that Jeffrey Epstein discussed his relationship with President Trump, Republicans on the Oversight Committee released 20,000 additional documents. Here's the latest. Republicans on Wednesday released 23,000 pages of documents from the estate of Jeffrey Epstein after months of delays. The move came shortly after Democrats disclosed emails that trove suggesting President Trump knew far more about Mr. Epstein's sex trafficking than he previously acknowledged. The documents were obtained by the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Representative James Comer, through a subpoena in August. They were published online about 2 hours after the House Democrats released an email from Epstein in which he wrote, "Donald Trump spent quote-unquote hours at my house with one of the victims." Okay. Yep, it looks like those all literally just dropped right now. This is literally an update from 3 minutes ago. Okay, I'm going to look into that while we're doing these debates. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
One of the things I don't think Trump is a racist. If that was the case, I think his cabinet has a lot of diversity. His FBI head is. A lot of African Americans do support him also. So that whole rhetoric of him being racist, I don't think is true. Everybody, I think, eventually, is a little racist in their own lives,
Oh my God. Wait, okay, well, I mean, so if everybody's a little bit racist and Trump is a part of everybody, then Trump's a little bit racist.
I didn't say I don't think he's like the full-blown racist people think they are.
Okay, so
he is.
Okay, so then why did he refuse to rent to black tenants, and why did he tell people not to vote for Obama essentially because he's black?
Why did he get a lot of minority votes, and why do a lot of black people support him? If that were
why did some women lead anti-suffragette movements in the 1920s? Actually, that's a good question. Do you think that movements to prevent women from getting the right to votes in the 1910s were misogynistic?
Yeah.
Okay, well, according to your logic, they're not, because there was a minority of women that supported them. The same way there's a minority of black individuals in this country that support Trump.
How is it a minority of people? There's a lot of
because over 50% of black Americans do not support Trump.
And where do you get the statistic?
Yeah, the outcome of the last election. And the fact that right now Donald Trump's approval rating countrywide would be 37%, and that's going to be the average American. Even if we were to assume that same approval rating were to be true of black Americans directed towards Trump, that would still mean that only a minority of black Americans support him. So when we would consider the outcome of the last election, when we'd consider the fact that there's a significantly smaller amount of black Americans that support Trump in comparison to white Americans, and the fact that white Americans account for around 53% of the population, meanwhile black Americans account for around 14%, and the overall approval rating for Donald Trump is 37%. This would mean that it would be disproportionately lower for black Americans, suggesting an approval rating, I'd say, below 20 or so percent, which of course can be confirmed with polling from the election or polling since the election, which would likely represent an even lower suggestion of approval. But once again, according to your logic, if you want to say because a low level of black Americans support Trump as president, Trump can't be racist. Therefore, because a low level of women supported anti-suffragette movements to prevent women from getting the right to vote prior to 1920 with the 19th Amendment, therefore those movements weren't misogynistic.
I think I don't know. I just don't think we're talking about a different time. That was. I just think.
Wait, so logic changes over time?
I don't. Huh?
So logic changes over time? Because we're just simply discussing your logic. Are you suggesting that logic changes? No.
Yes.
No, logic doesn't change.
I just don't think I don't know. There's some things I do agree with him on, and there's some things I don't. I don't think. And another thing is that I think.
Well, no, can you respond to that there? Could you give like a better rebuttal than just simply saying that it's a different time? So like you were saying that, oh, well, like in 1910, right, if some women supported a misogynistic movement, the movement was still misogynistic. But today, if some black people support a racist movement, it's not racist. Explain the disconnect to me.
I don't think it's not comparing apples with apples.
So what's the difference? Because we're comparing women supporting some level of women supporting misogyny to some level of black people supporting racism. So what's going to be the difference?
Didn't he get the not minority what's the word I'm looking for? Didn't a lot of like African Americans and people like of minorities, minorities vote for him?
Oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. We just went over this. I'm so confused. We like literally just went over this. No, he got a minority of the vote from black Americans.
He did.
Yes.
So how, if I thought someone was racist, I wouldn't vote for him.
Okay.
So I don't get it.
Wait, if you thought somebody was a rapist, would you vote for them?
If I thought they were a rapist?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So Donald Trump was held civilly liable for raping E. Jean Carroll in 2023. Not to mention in 2005, he boasted about sexually exploiting naked women and or naked girls to Howard Stern on his podcast. And today, right, emails dropped from Congress where Epstein suggested that Donald Trump had known about his sex exploitation, which of course directly contradicts everything that Donald Trump has been telling us for the last 20 years, saying that he never knew.
Right. I just don't think, like, no one's perfect. I think, and
wait. So you went from saying if somebody was a rapist, you wouldn't vote for them. You went from saying if somebody was a racist, you wouldn't vote for them, to now saying that you support Trump even though he's a rapist, even though he's a racist, even though he sexually exploited naked kids and naked women, because quote unquote nobody's perfect. How come you're willing to change your moral red lines so fast on a dime just because you simply came to gain the knowledge that Donald Trump was guilty of crossing them?
No, I'm saying that I wouldn't vote for a rapist. I don't, like I said, I don't think he's racist. I don't. If that was
okay, so not only have we already been over like the reasons why he's racist, including that he was like sued by the New York State Justice Department in the 70s for not renting to black people, to calling all black people lazy in 1992, to calling for the death penalty for the exonerated Central Park Five long after they were exonerated, to essentially telling people not to vote for Obama because he's black by arguing that he was born in Africa, even though his birth certificate was public, proving he was born in Hawaii, to saying that you could racially profile immigrants, to saying that undocumented immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country, literally referencing Mein Kampf, to then me also proving that he's a rapist when you said that you wouldn't vote for him if he's a rapist, re-referencing the fact that in 2023 a civil court concluded that he was guilty of the rape of E. Jean Carroll, to also including the fact that he boasted about sexually exploiting naked women and naked girls in 2005 by unconsensually walking into their dressing rooms and looking at them when they had no clothes on and then boasting about it to Howard Stern. Okay, I've now definitively demonstrated how Donald Trump fulfills the criteria of being racist, being a rapist, being a sexual exploiter, committing sexual violence, right? And you told me straight up that if he had done these things, you would no longer support him as president. But I know the next time you open up your mouth, you're still going to continue to attempt to justify your support, even though you made those red lines clear, and you can't give a counter argument against my demonstration that he's crossed those red lines. And you're likely to say, but Biden, but Kamala Harris, but Bill Clinton, instead of addressing the meat on the bone, which is the fact that he has crossed these red lines and you're a goddamn spineless hypocrite.
No, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm saying that I don't think he's a racist. That's why.
Okay, but I just gave you many reasons why he is.
But there's other reasons that Biden said too.
Right, exactly. I literally predicted that this would happen, like a goddamn menace. I'm so good at what I do. Yes, exactly. You're doing the thing, okay, where you make a claim, I prove it wrong, then you go, but Biden.
But he said if you're gonna judge somebody, judge him too.
Okay, all right, yeah, well, let's judge Biden once we're done judging Trump. Let's do it, okay? Right, but obviously we're going to focus on the sitting president before we focus on the last president that's currently dying of cancer, all right? I feel like that's fair. Once again, you said that you wouldn't support Donald Trump if he was a racist. You wouldn't support Donald Trump if he was a rapist. I've now proven that he's a racist. I've proven that he's a rapist and a handful of other things too. So obviously the next step would be if you were a man, all right, with a spine, with a backbone that stays true to your word. You're not a liar. You're not a hypocrite. You're not a coward. You would no longer support Trump as president. So what will it be?
I'm not a hypocrite or spineless. I'm just saying. And can I make a point here? Like, there's some other things that I have I can't really say who he is to me, but he's a U.S. diplomat. He's a hardcore Democrat, and he's a U.S. diplomat. He's high up on the ladder. That's why I can't mention his name. But he said that he agrees with, even though he's a hardcore Democrat, agrees with Trump's foreign policy. And I said, what do you think about like his um, what he's doing with the immigrants coming over here and like getting them, deporting them, and everything like that. He told me the bottom line is they're breaking the law.
Okay, sir.
And he's a hardcore Democrat.
So if the bottom line is that like undocumented immigrants are breaking the law and that's why you support them being removed from the country, then the bottom line is that Donald Trump continues to break the law by violating our Constitution every single day, including but not limited to the First Amendment by saying it's now illegal to criticize him in the media, to the Second Amendment by directing his DOJ to find a way to ban any and all gun ownership for law-abiding trans-American citizens, to the 10th Amendment by declaring, by deploying the National Guard in our cities like Portland, Memphis, Chicago, so on and so forth, with no reason, with courts then ruling that he's violating the 10th Amendment, to the 4th Amendment by trying to take birthright citizenship away from the children born to undocumented immigrants on American soil, violating the first section, which would be the birthright citizenship clause, to the 22nd Amendment by saying that he wants to run for a third term, on top of his 34 felonies, on top of him being an adjudicated rapist, on top of him not being able to legally run a charity inside of the state of New York because he's defrauded too many of them, on top of him intentionally concealing classified documents in his estate at Mar-a-Lago, on top of him lying about the evaluation of his properties to a civil court in New York, leading to litigation being held against him. At the bottom line, Donald Trump has broken the law many times and will continue to do more if you continue to support him alongside many other Americans. So if that's the bottom line for undocumented immigrants, why is that not the bottom line for Trump?
There's a lot of stuff I don't agree with him with, and there's some things I do. It's like I said,
right, but it's not the bottom line. It's not the bottom line because you're going to hear that, you're going to take it in, you're going to ignore it, and you're still going to support him. Okay, so it's not the bottom line for Trump, so why is it the bottom line for undocumented immigrants?
I don't know.
Exactly, that's hypocrisy.
I don't know. I just don't think the president of the United States, whoever it is, may it be Biden, may it be Trump, maybe whoever it is, has a possible job. And that impossible job is to please everyone. And you can't. And I think that's one of the things that's hard. I think also...
Okay, I don't know what that statement has to do with anything that I've said. Are you suggesting that it's impossible for Donald Trump to not rape women? Therefore,
no.
impossible for him to not displease like half of America by doing so?
No.
Okay, so are you saying like it's impossible for Donald Trump to not infringe on the Constitution, commit 34 felonies? Are you saying it's impossible for Donald Trump to not lie about his relationship and his knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's sex-related crimes? Like, I'm just really not sure, right, what your point is here and how it responds to anything that I've said so far in this conversation. I feel like it's just a weak sophist attempt to kind of just discredit it and brush it off your shoulder and act like you don't care because you, in all reality, don't know how to respond when don't know how to respond. And I just suggest being honest to me. I'd suggest being honest to the viewers. Just come out and say it. You don't care about these things, and you're going to continue to support Trump nonetheless.
I do care. It's just a lot of things, like, I don't see, if it directly doesn't affect me, like, again, like, there's a lot of things that are going on that are not directly affecting me. This whole book.
Therefore, you don't care. So how good of a president was Biden?
How good was he?
Yeah.
He was okay.
How good of a president was Obama?
I liked Obama.
Okay, what about Kamala Harris? Do you like her?
I think if she was given more time to prepare to be president, I think it would have helped her out a lot.
Is there any Democrats that you don't like?
Let me disclose this before, because I did want to talk to you.
Okay. I don't feel like he's going to answer that question.
I'm a registered independent.
We're just going to take that argument. We're going to throw it away because apparently you just like everybody. Okay. So you said that you really only care about the things that directly impact you. Here's a question. Is Donald Trump the president of America, or is Donald Trump the president of you and only you?
America.
Right. And America constitutes of, 340 individuals that aren't you, right?
Right.
So then why do you only care about how it only impacts you, right? And you're just willing to write it off when Donald Trump does things that impact other individuals negatively, like refusing to fund food stamps for 42 million Americans, refusing to redirect money from going to Argentina to instead going to keeping health costs low for 55 million Americans on Medicaid, taking 10 million Americans off of Medicaid through the big beautiful bill, or lying about the nature of his relationship with Epstein, raping E. Jean Carroll, being incredibly racist, so on and so forth.
Was any? I want to know because I don't know, and I'm asking you. Was there anything proven with with Epstein, or was he just like hanging out with him?
Oh, well, I mean, it's proven that he lied about not knowing what Epstein was doing. Okay, for the last 25 years, Donald Trump has been saying, I had no clue that when I was best friends with this billionaire sex pest, that he was don't laugh at that, that he was raping women
The
and
way
girls.
you said it was funny.
Okay, right? And now we just got an email released by Congress this morning that Epstein had sent to Ghislaine Maxwell in 2011 saying that Donald Trump knew everything.
Right. I don't know. This is crazy. Like, the whole situation, like, I don't know.
Okay, do you have any other, like great intelligent insight to add on here before I move on to my next guess?
I think one of the reasons why do you agree that one of the reasons why he's put under a microscope, more than I think a lot of other presidents?
We have major breaking.
Sorry, God.
Oh, because he's not a career politician. You know what I mean? He was a bit
Pitiful. I'm sorry. We're going to move on to the next guest. Go to opposite side of that queue if you are an American adult that supports Trump as president. We're going to go to get that next guest hand loaded up into the box. Yo, Timberly, thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal. Who says, I'm scared, but you make me want to continue to fight. Listen, Timberly. Okay, don't stop fighting. All right? Like, insofar as your abilities, okay? Obviously, right, don't harm yourself. Don't harm your family, right? Don't do anything that would, like, jeopardize your safety or sanctity of life, 110%. But if you have the ability to, don't stop fighting, even if it's in your own way. Like going to the polls every election, being outspoken in a way that makes sense to you, and is looking out for your safety. Now is a inflection point in modern American history where we all have to band together, where we all have to fight against the tyranny of the Trump administration, the lies of Caroline Leavitt, and the authoritarianism of President Trump. Okay, right, and many, many more. Of course, that's just a succinct point to represent the miles and the thousands of words that would truly encapsulate all of the negativity and ill-willed actions of the Trump administration. Thank you for the $10, Kimberly. What's up, Hannah? Do you support Trump?
I just want to tell you that the 20,000 of the Epstein files were just released.
Well, I appreciate that, Hannah. Yes, I did see that. By the way, for everybody spamming, check the news. Right now, I have Twitter open. I have TikTok and Instagram open on a handful of like my favorite independent journalists. And then I have AP, Reuters, and New York Times all open to their updates. I do understand that there was, 20,000 documents released by the GOP, right? I would assume right now that there's probably like a couple thousand people that are, looking through every single page of those 20,000 documents to find anything relevant to this, ongoing conversation surrounding Trump and his involvement. And the moment that something is reported, I will see it. What's going on, Lion? Do you support Trump? Nope, Lion's not here, guys. Only op inside of that queue if you are an American adult that supports Trump as president. Donald Trump is, is in the news today, folks. We're hearing bombshells left and right about his involvement with Epstein, him lying about his relationship over the course of the last 20 years, even personally spending alone time, quote unquote, with a victim at Epstein's estate. Today's a tiny kid, tiny Nazi kid. Goodbye. What the fuck? Moving on to the next guest. We got Giselle loading up. What the fuck? Whoa. Okay. We're gonna go to get that next guest loaded up into the box. Okay, we got Anthony connecting. Hey, what's up? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I support Trump.
How old are you?
18.
You're 18. What year were you born in?
2007.
Okay. Real quick, do you think I could get a W Zoe from you?
You said what?
Could I get a W Zoe from you, Anthony?
What does that mean?
Like Zoe. Like, it's a name?
Oh, yeah, you can, bro.
Okay. Could you say W Zoe?
W Zoe, bro.
$5 over on PayPal. Appreciate you so much for the love, Zoe. Thank you so much. As well as Nina,
Got
thank
you.
you so much for the $5 over on Venmo, who says saying quote unquote Trump may be a P3DO, but nobody's perfect, end quote, is fucking insane. Dude, that's what we're gonna start hearing. Okay, Nina, mark my fucking words. That is what we're going to start hearing. He may be a P3DO, but nobody's perfect. Yeah, dude, it's insane. Nina, thank you for the $5. As well as Erica, thank you so much for the $5 as well on Venmo. And Jenna, thank you so much for the $15 over on Venmo, who says, do you think the Dems traded releasing emails for ending the shutdown? Love you and Parker. I mean, I don't think they traded that. Now they're just using it as an opportunity that the House is back in session to use that House subcommittee to release more of those files. Thank you for the $15, Jenna. And
Hey, who's
Amanda,
better? Hey,
thank you so much for
hey,
the
who's better,
$11 on Venmo
LeBron
as
or
well.
hey?
I appreciate you for the love. One moment. Thank you so much for the love as well, Amanda. If you're watching and you want to support me, you want to support the stream, you want to support what we do here, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal, and the link tree in my bio on TikTok and in the pinned message of the YouTube stream. Anthony, take it away. Why do you support Trump?
Bro, I support Trump because he took our food stamps away.
Okay, I think that you're trolling. Let's go to move on to the next guest, guys. We got James loading up into the box. Okay, guys. Oh, fuck. All right. I don't know why. I'm on edge today. I'm on edge. I just don't feel normal. I don't feel normal. I think it's just because of, like everything that broke this morning. I just do not feel normal today. But you know what? We're going to continue to have these conversations. Goddamn civic duty to try to wake more Americans up to the tyranny of the Trump administration. What is going on? Jay Black, do you support Trump?
No, I don't support Trump. I wanted to ask you, man.
I'm sorry, dude. We are only looking to debate Trump supporters. Folks, please keep that in mind. If you're in the queue, right, I will remove you from the stream unless you're a Trump supporter. What's up, James? Are you MAGA?
Yes, I am.
All right, James, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Yeah. What the fuck is redeeming about the Trump administration?
Redeeming?
Yeah,
What's
redeeming. Yeah, what is redeeming about the Trump administration? Nearly every single action that he is alongside his administration is engaged in the last 10 months has been to the detriment of America, the American people. And every single action that his press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, has engaged in the last 10 months has been in an attempt to justify said tyranny, justify said detriment by lying straight to the faces of Americans. Most notably, earlier today, she argued that it is an act of transparency for the Trump administration to label it as an act of hostility to vote for the release of the Epstein files in Congress. Why can you take that and then continue to support Trump? Or sorry, how can you take that and then continue to support Trump?
Well, let me tell you. So I support Trump because his administration is so terrible. And I think that's so great for America because that's going to get Gavin Newsom elected. Gavin Newsom 2028, everybody. Gavin Newsom 2028.
All right, James, please don't troll when you're in the box. I mean, it just takes away, right, from like actual conversations. Guys, I understand that, it's probably like a lot of people, they'd like to get up on the live and join, just like to be on the live. All right, but please follow the rules. Please. We're going to start banning people that break the rules. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Yep.
How old are you?
23.
Yeah, and how do you support Trump after all the news that broke today?
Actually, if I be honest with you, every politician has their secrets. It's just no news for anybody who Trump or anyone else has a little bit of their secrets in the public.
Exactly. You're just minimizing it. You don't care that Donald Trump knew what Epstein was doing and hid that from the American people. You don't care that Donald Trump spent hours alone with one of the victims in Epstein's house. You don't care
There
that
are
he boasted about
mistakes in the
sexually
past.
exploiting girls. Exactly. Mistakes in the past. We just need to brush them over the rug. That is that is perversion. That is sexual exploitation. That is rape. It is possibly P3Dophilia. Okay? That's not just a minimal mistake in the past that we need to
It's not
ignore.
possibly. It is. I know how it is. The thing is, okay, that way Trump, it's a sexual abuser, everything like that. That's okay. He supports, or in his campaign, he supports that, or he doesn't. I'm asking you, he does support that, or he doesn't?
Okay. So, not even 10 minutes ago, over 7 minutes ago, Nina sent me $5 on Venmo and said, quote unquote, saying Trump may be P3DO, but nobody's perfect is fucking insane. And then I responded to Nina by saying, I can predict that is exactly what we will be hearing in the future. Not even 7 minutes after she sends that $5 with said message, and I read it out loud, we have somebody joining the stream saying, and I quote, Donald Trump may be a predator, may be a rapist, a sexual exploiter. That's okay.
It's
News
not
flash.
okay. I don't mean it. I don't
News
mean
fucking.
it.
One second. News fucking flash. It's actually not okay to rape women and sexually exploit little girls.
It's not okay to abortion either. However, your mindset it is okay.
I'm so sorry.
And you told like 20 minutes ago in the stream.
Are you really trying to compare a woman getting an abortion to Trump raping
I'm
a
not
woman?
trying to compare anything. I'm trying to think. And I'm trying to tell you
God.
things are wrong and things are right. Pedophilia, sex abusers, all of that, it's bad.
Oh my God.
So,
I'm so sorry.
even if it's Trump,
this is sick.
Even if it's let me talk. Even if it's Trump, even if it's anybody in the world, it's bad if whichever person does sexual abusers or a theft or
what's worse? A woman
murder.
A woman getting an abortion because she was raped, or the man raping her?
I don't think we have to pay a bad action with another bad action.
You're fucking joking. Answer my question. What is worse? A woman getting an abortion because she was raped, or the man raping her?
Okay. I'm a Christian. I'm going to give you a little bit of context to my answer, just for you to know. I'm a Christian, so in that point, I don't allow or I don't see both of them as worse or any of them as worse. I just see both of them as worse. Both.
I didn't mute his mic. God.
Agree? You have to kill the raper.
Okay, you're back. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Do you agree you have to kill the raper?
I mean, we can't agree on that because you'd say that you should make him president. Now, you
No.
just said that those two actions.
Ask the question. Yeah, you told me to ask my. You asked
one moment
to answer your question.
One moment.
Can you answer?
One moment. So, before we have a conversation about the penalty for rape, which once again, according to use the Oval Office, I need to respond to the first thing that you said there, which is the two actions are the same. Okay. So rape is just as bad as a victim of rape accessing abortion. What's worse, Hitler committing the Holocaust or a victim of rape accessing abortion?
Come again? Hitler in the Holocaust and abortion.
Yeah, what's worse, Hitler committing the Holocaust or a victim of rape accessing abortion?
You're talking about a single individual coming a bad thing or doing a bad thing, and to another individual committing a lot of murder around basically all of Europe and creating a mindset for all of people who hates a race.
Oh, so we could finally agree that some
So
actions
in
are
my
worse
opinion,
than others.
in my opinion, you're asking what is worse. For me, the action it's bad either way. However, it's worse. Let me
Jesus
talk.
Christ.
Even though it's worse, creating a mindset who's still nearly 100 years later, it's still on some people.
I actually think that I think that you're committing a similar mindset of minimizing and allowing grave harm by arguing that it's just as wrong for a woman to get an abortion as it is for a man to rape that woman, causing her to need an abortion. That creates a mindset that accepts sexual violence. That creates a mindset that normalizes rape, and that creates a mindset that allows us to accept rapists as normal functioning members of society.
Who told you?
That deserve praise, deserve opportunity, and deserve to be treated like everybody else. Like that's literally what it does. Okay. When you say all these actions are equal, what you're basically saying, right, is the sins that you're guilty of, lying to your mom, the sins that you're guilty of, sneaking out past 11, the sins that you're guilty of, maybe cheating on an ex-girlfriend, right, are as bad as a man like raping and murdering a woman, right? And I find that to be just simply grotesque, and I find that to propagate not just more sexual violence, but the mindset that causes it. Okay? Now go ahead, respond to that because I'd love to hear your response. Your very
All right,
intelligent
can I speak now?
response.
Yeah,
Yes.
you muted me. I'm sorry. So basically, in my opinion, there's two kind of sins or two kind of actions that make a people or are wrong. Basically, one, it's your own sin with your own flesh. You don't harming anybody else. You're just harming yourself. That's okay. Like basically drinking a lot of alcohol or whatever, right? The other one, it's a sin or an action you're making to harm another people or another person, basically. If you're pregnant, you're harming another person. It's not your own flesh. It's someone else inside you growing. Nazi Germany was harming other people. It's not. Okay. Look, when you are like 20 minutes ago, another kid get into the stream or whatever, and he told,
Hey, I have a
"Hello,"
question. So you just said that a
the
fetus is a
N
person,
word, right?
So you just said that a fetus is a person, right?
Yes,
Okay. Is it a person from the moment of conception?
it's a life. Yeah.
Is it a person?
Yes.
When does it become a person? Oh, so from the moment of conception. Okay, that's pretty crazy.
Yes.
I just want to verify here. Give me a second. I'm gonna go to Google, type in unicellular human zygote. Awesome. So I just want to clarify. You think that is a person? Let it focus.
It's a person in process of getting formed. Yes.
Okay. So this is actually just like a unicellular bacteria cell that likely would grow on your teeth plaque or live in your gut. So do you typically confuse your teeth plaque for people?
No, I'm not a biologist. I even know what that is. I thought you were making a joke of me or maybe showing me a picture of a fetus.
So you don't typically confuse, right, the bacteria that grows in your liver, right, the bacteria that grows in your large intestine.
I told you I'm not a
for
biologist.
people.
I'm not a scientist, so I'm not in my everyday seeing fetuses or bacteria.
You think that it takes a biologist to discern what a person is?
Actually, if we're going that road, do you think it says?
Wait. Wait,
it takes a biologist to define
am I a
sex?
person?
You are.
How could you tell that I'm a person? if you're not a
Or I'm
biologist?
sorry.
How can you tell
maybe
that I'm a
you're
person?
a person? Yeah. Maybe you're a person. However, I'm not sure how you're gonna react to this. However, if for the progress mind, you maybe can be a goat if you identify as a goat, and I cannot tell you that because I'm not a biologist, right?
This guy's just completely incoherent. This is just he's
No.
gibbering.
Look.
What? Hey,
normally,
chat.
what the left says,
Chat,
what the left
should we
says
move
is,
on?
I can.
Go ahead.
Normally, what the left says is, or the progress mind says right now, is that you can be a girl even if you look like a man, right?
So, do you think in order to be a man, you need a penis?
In order to be a man, you need XY chromosomes,
The XY
right?
chromosome sounds good. Is God the Father a man?
The man?
Is God the Father a man?
Is God the Father a man? He is not a man. He's a spirit.
You just said that he is not a man. He is not a
Yeah,
man.
because he describes himself as a he person. However, he's not a person.
Oh wait, so
if we're talking about Jesus, if we're talking about Jesus, he is a man.
Wait, I just have a question. So you're telling me that you're going to respect the pronouns of God the Father and call him he, him, even though he's not a man. So why don't you respect the pronouns of trans individuals?
The thing is, he's not a man because he's a spirit. A person is flesh and bones and blood.
Wait, so then you're a special plane. You're saying that you'll respect God's pronouns, but you won't respect trans individuals' pronouns for no reason at all apart from a special plea.
Okay, you get me muted.
Right, and then also you said that I could just identify as like an animal. I just think that like you're totally like brainwashed. I just think right.
No.
There's no
Actually,
function up there.
that's true.
Right. Then also
Actually, that's
wait.
true.
Then also earlier, I just want to go over one last point with you real quick. Did you know that you could like be pro-life? You could think that abortion is wrong while still thinking that victims of rape should be able to access it.
The victims of rape should be what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you could be pro-life and still acknowledge that it's not wrong for a victim of rape to access abortion. You could think that the fetus has value. You could think that the fetus has a right to life while still thinking that's not wrong by acknowledging the fact that that woman or girl was forced into sex, forced into pregnancy, forced into giving her bodily resources to the fetus to keep it
Look,
alive.
you
And
can
you're
do whatever you
interrupting me.
want with a
Hey,
pregnancy.
hey, I'm going to kick you if you're not going to follow the words that I'm saying. I'm making an argument right now, and you're not following because you're interrupting.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you for your apology. So I'll repeat myself. If a woman is raped and impregnated, she was forced into sex, forced into pregnancy, and forced into providing her bodily resources to the fetus to keep it alive. I don't think that she should be perpetually forced into doing so, and I think that she's well within her right to deny that fetus access to domicile in her uterus and reliance on her bodily resources to live. There's simply no obligation that that victim of rape could ever possibly have to keep that fetus alive by supplying it her bodily resources.
Okay. Did you finish?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry for interrupting you. Well, killing a person, that's the principle. It's wrong. Even if it's 2 weeks old or 20 years old. I don't care how old is the person. I don't care if the person is missing an arm or is missing
Okay. So let me ask
the capacity
you a
of.
question. If somebody's
Hey, hey, hold on.
I'm not.
I let you speak.
Sorry.
I let you speak.
Sorry.
Let me.
We got the point. You're just gonna go on for another 2 minutes saying, "Oh, it's wrong." Okay, we got the point.
No.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Because you
Okay.
just didn't listen to my point whatsoever, right? But go ahead.
I did. If a mother of unborn.
Muted himself, by the way.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So if a mother of an unborn child was raped and has her like the baby inside of her, she doesn't need to have that baby. It's her own choice. However, I heard me just for a bit. It's her own choice. However, I just want her.
Perfect. Thank you for the concession, man. He just said that it's her own choice. Perfect. We're going to move on to the next guest, guys. Only hop inside of that queue. If you are an American adult that supports Trump as president, holy fucking cow. Sorry if the debates are a little bit incoherent today, folks. I just, the guests that are coming up are just mind-bogglingly idiotic. Gotcha Girl, thank you so much for the $50 over on YouTube Super Chat. Appreciate you for that love, Gotcha Girl. That is Gacha Girl with a $50 over on Super Chat. Thank you for the love. Gotcha Girl with a $50 says, I've been watching you for about a month or two. I listen while I'm at work with a friend of mine who shares the same views as I do. Keep doing what you're doing, Dean. Sending all the love from NC. Dude, shout out to you, shout out to your friend, and shout out to North Carolina. Thank you so much for watching the streams, and I'm happy that you and your friend have been able to take something positive away from them. And thank you so much for your love and support. Let's get 500 Gotcha Girl W's down below in that chat while we hop into this next debate right now. As well as Katrina, thank you for the $10 on Venmo, and Samantha with the 20. Samantha with the 20 says, Dean, I watch your lives every day and I love you so much. I love you too, Samantha. Thank you for your kindness. And then Katrina with the $10 says, bless you for your patience. I don't know how I do it, dude. Thank you for the love, Katrina and Samantha. What's going on? Pitt, do you support Trump?
I'm 50-50 on supporting Trump.
Okay, well, you're obviously driving, man. Feel free to come back when you're not driving. Unfortunately, we're going to have to kick you for now and move on to the next guest. We got that next Trump supporter loaded up in the box right now. We got Michelle joining. Only join if you are a Trump supporter. If you join and you are not a Trump supporter, you will be hastily removed. And Sarah, thank you so much for the $50 on PayPal. Oh my God, you guys. Thank you so much for the love, Sarah. You guys are popping the fuck off today. Sarah with the $50 says, quote unquote, would you unalive the rapist?
Interrupt you, remember?
Were you being
you can
intellectual?
interrupt me so I can interrupt you?
Were you being intellectual when you told Lady Teapot not to donate to me because you think that she's shilling?
Oh shit! It took all that time for you to get that out. And
Yeah,
was
because
it
you were
worth
interrupting
it?
me.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, can you answer?
Answer what?
Yeah, the question. That was a question, silly.
Hey, can you even stand up to an internal critique?
Yeah, I think our views are capable of standing up to internal critiques. I think so.
I would love to see that. I mean, you want to put your money where your mouth is?
Yeah, for sure. Give me a moment. Hero, thank you so much for the $15 over on YouTube Super Chat, who says, just here to support because I can't with these people. They don't use logic because it quote-unquote has nothing to do with logic. Was insane to hear. That was pretty insane. And then Coffee Queen, I appreciate you so much for the $10 on Super Chat as well, who says, it's worse than the Holocaust. Have caller tell that to the 11 million Holocaust victims and survivors of the Holocaust. This dude. Yeah, just completely insane. Completely insane. And then Sam, thank you for the 20 euros over on YouTube Super Chat, who says, quote-unquote, say Trump, I heard you like him young, so did who, what? Cat got your tongue. Appreciate you for the $20, Sam. Yeah, you know, after today, dude, I think that I think that the truth's coming out, especially because Adelita Grahova just got confirmed in Congress. We could expect a full release of the Epstein files very, very soon. And then Katie, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo, who says pro-life men are the fucking worst. Couldn't agree more. Elise with the $5. Thank you so much. Lydia with the $10. Thank you so much, Lydia. Sydney with a 1. Shelby with a 5. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting the shill. Then Ray, thank you so much for the $15 over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love. Saying God is very intentional. That's why he sent a wolf in sheep's clothing and they're falling for it. Love you, Dean, an atheist. Appreciate you so much for that love, Ray. And holy fucking shit, Peter, dude, thank you so much for the $100 over on Venmo. Oh my God, Peter with $100 on Venmo. Wait, it actually gets even crazier. Give me 1 second. Peter with $100 on Venmo says, sorry I haven't been able to watch and support lately. Been overloaded with work. But as always, thank you for cooking these MAGA cultists. Fucking Peter, you are the man, dude. Thank you so very much for the $100. Seriously, that is insane. Thank you so much for your kindness. I want y'all to show so much love to Peter down below in that chat. And Susan with $100 over on PayPal as well. Holy fuck, you two. Dude, Susan with $100. Let's make sure that we can read her message as well. You guys are literally going insane today. Susan says, Dean, what jerks today? Keep them thinking. Well, yeah, Susan, we are definitely getting some total jerks today to be nice, quite frankly. And yeah, I really appreciate you so much for the love. Thank you for your very kind words. Please, if you're watching, show some fucking love to Susan and Peter down below in that chat. Thank you two very, very much. Thank you so much. Please show some love to our donors. Go ahead and take it away. Base
Yo,
Maga.
Unbased, can you say thank you to them real quick? Can you say thank you to Susan and Peter for us?
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you guys for the love.
Yo, Unbased, can you say thank you to the gifters, please?
Figure out I'm mute.
Come on, Unbased.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't next to my phone. I'm out here, grinding. I didn't realize that you had muted me. So.
You're good. Go ahead. You have to speak?
Go ahead. What? I've been speaking.
Well, we obviously didn't hear you because you're muted. Feel free to respond to any of the points that we've made so far. Continue the argument.
No, you said you would be willing to stand up to an internal critique, and I said, put your money where your mouth is.
Okay. I stood up. I stood up for you. Also, you said, what are you doing? Are you grinding on a couch like JD Vance?
What?
I said, are you grinding on a couch like JD Vance?
I don't even know what you're referencing.
That was pretty good. That was a pretty good one. So what's the internal critique? What internal critique would you like to make?
Well, very simply, what metric do you use to inform your moral framework?
Oh, I was talking relevant. I was talking relevant internal critiques to debate about why you support Trump as president.
Yeah, if we're gonna debate abortion, I need to know where you ground your morale. I need to know that.
I actually don't think that's relevant.
Are you kidding me?
No, I think that maybe my normative principles are relevant, but I don't think that my meta-ethical view is.
So have you ever engaged in your meta-ethical moral framework with anybody on a debate live?
Yeah. I mean, I discuss meta-ethics and I debate meta-ethics when I'm having a debate about it. But when I'm having a debate about Trump, the only thing that would be relevant would be my normative view, not my meta-ethical view.
No, I think it is relevant, frankly, because any argument you've ever had was simply orange man bad.
What's that?
And that's not the only argument you've ever had was simply orange man bad. You've never actually given
so that would actually be
justification for what's wrong or right.
Stream Dean, all you do is come up here and say orange man bad. I've never heard an actual argument from Dean Withers.
That's
literally
correct.
All he says.
That's correct.
All he says is that. That's it, dude. All you say is orange man bad.
And by the way, the justification there, if we're talking about a normative moral claim, would be justification for the normative claim, which wouldn't even include an explanation of my meta-ethical framework. You low IQ, Phil Bro, entry level, white belts.
So you're just a beta and you are scared to stand up to it, right?
You're a white belt, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh no,
Like, give us an actual argument.
So you are a beta and you're scared to stand up?
So
That's
me
all right.
effectively
You can just
demonstrating.
admit it.
So me effectively demonstrating the irrelevance of a conversation about my meta-ethical views, not me being scared. It's me being like intellectually intact. Like for instance, if I were to ask you to debate like what your favorite flavor of ice cream is, like obviously a fair response to that would be, Dean, we're debating on if Trump is a good or bad president, and my favorite flavor of ice cream is completely irrelevant to said prompt. The same way my meta-ethical view is completely irrelevant to any of my normative claim or descriptive claims insofar as why I believe that Donald Trump is a bad president. You just simply want to pivot into having a meta-ethical conversation because you know that you don't have the wits nor knowledge to hold up against me in a debate about why Donald Trump is a bad president, because you know that I'm gonna fucking fry your ass when I bring up the tyranny that Donald Trump has been perpetuating on this country and the global stage, including things we're not limited to, his coup of the government in 2020, his fake electorate scheme when he tried to steal it from Biden, the fact that he refused to fund food stamp benefits for 42 million Americans, knew what Epstein was doing and has been lying about it for the last 20 years, passed the worst economic policy in modern American history, costing $4.5 trillion, redistributing wealth from the poor to the rich, and taking healthcare away from 10 million low-income Americans in the process. But instead, you're rather going to say, no, Dean, I don't want to talk about anything that's actually relevant to the Trump administration, even though I came up here calling myself a Trump supporter, saying I want to debate you about that. Instead, I want to ask you if you're an objectivist. Instead, I want to ask you if you're a realist. Instead, I want to ask you if you're a nihilist and how this would comprise a meta-ethical view surrounding where you think the moral truths come from, not even what you think those moral truths are. The only person who is scared in the context of the conversation is you. And my prompt was not Trump is a threat to America. Maybe you'd have a leg to stand on in the argument, but quite frankly, as it stands, you don't.
Do you know that it's pronounced unanimous, not unanimous?
That's his only takeaway.
And do you know that? Do you know that
Hold up.
it's spelled IF and not IV?
Unbased. Your only takeaway from that is not an intellectual response. It's that he missaid unanimous.
You know, if that's your only takeaway, I think I'm doing all right. Thanks for the concession.
I'm saying it like Dean, unanimous.
So are you scared?
Okay?
So you're scared?
The only person scared here's you, and I've already effectively.
I would say it's pretty relevant. I would say it's pretty relevant if we're having a discussion about abortion, because it is the moral conversation that we're having when we're having a discussion about abortion. That I do need to know where you ground your morality so I can contend with it.
Oh, actually,
why
can't you just contend with the normative principle?
Because we all have normative principles that are very subjective, and we need to be able to.
We could debate those normative principles on the basis of their validity, insofar as like a cognitive coherence and like empirical like justification for said principle, right? Like I could debate like your normative principle that you think abortion is wrong because it's killing a human, by being able to point out some cognitive incoherence and like an internal contradiction with another belief that you hold to be the case, right? Like maybe such as the idea that you don't think it's wrong nor in order to pull the plug on a brain dead patient, even though they are biologically live and classified as a human, without like exploring your meta-ethical view insofar as like the fact that maybe you think that
What
it's
do you
wrong to
mean
kill
by
humans
wrong?
because of a god.
What do you mean by wrong?
Yeah. Well, what kind of wrong? Are you talking about like a moral wrong? An ought? Not?
I'm asking you. You said, is it wrong to pull the plug on a brain dead patient?
Oh, for sure.
What do you mean by wrong?
Yeah, well, for sure. In that conversation, I was using a normative wrong, which would mean ought not or should not occur in a normative sense.
Using what moral framework?
Well, I mean, I'd pertain to like threshold deontics, meaning that I think that there's certain rights in which we have, and their violation of said rights is wrong regardless of the outcomes in which I'm so sorry. Said rights violations would be wrong regardless of the outcome in which they generate, meaning regardless of like any like utility in which they would cause to emerge. However, right, in said same breath, I do think that there is some things that can be labeled as right or wrong generated on the utility in which they generate. So I'm happy that I can now explain my normative framework to you. Now, do you want to continue to stay in the weeds and away from the debate insofar as why you support Trump, or do you want to continue down this line-a-thon and get cooked?
I really wish you wouldn't keep muting me so I didn't have to walk over here and grab my phone again, but thanks.
You have a lot of background noise.
I agree. So what are rights?
What are rights?
Yes.
Okay,
you said it would violate their rights to pull the plug or whatever you mentioned.
I mean,
what are rights?
So I hold on to like a Kantian description of rights. Obviously, in this conversation, we're talking about a negative right, which let me think back here for my morals class. Wait, actually, I'll just look it up. Kantian negative right. Negative right in this sense could be defined as a freedom that obligates others to refrain from interfering with an individual's action. Particularly, a right to life would be a freedom that would obligate others to not end your life.
So that negative right would be to directly violate someone's human right to life.
Well, no, that's what the
Is that
right
what
to
you're
life
saying?
is. You asked me to tell you what that right is, and I told you what that right is. It would be a freedom to obligate others from ingressing and ending your life. Now, when you want to get back to debating about why you support Trump, are you employed?
Sure am.
This is an unemployed conversation.
What do you mean?
It's a very unemployed conversation. You're not debating me on why you support Trump. You're asking me what a Kantian negative right is.
I find it comedy that you think using bigger words makes you sound smarter.
Buddy, that's what it's called.
When actually,
buddy,
it's not that his use of bigger words makes him smarter. It's that he is smarter than you, by like quite frankly, objectively.
I knew how to pronounce an unanimous. I mean, that's just. It's pretty simple.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's like second grade English class.
Buddy, I don't know what to tell you. That's just literally what it is. Okay, Kant developed a theory of negative rights. Okay, all right, which I hold to. So when you ask me what
a question?
Yeah, of course, after I finish explaining this. Kant developed a theory of negative rights, which I hold to. So when you ask me what I think a right is, I'm going to tell you what I think a Kantian negative right is, because that is the way that I'm using the word. I'm sorry that I have to use big words that you don't understand when you ask me to explain what I mean when I say right. However, those big words are required, as that is what the theory of rights is called that I hold to. There's nothing else to call a Kantian negative right outside of a Kantian negative right.
What about using excessive words? What about using excessive words like separate and decoupled? That's just fucking hilarious.
Can I ask him this question? Can I ask him this question?
That's comedy.
Where in the human body does conception occur?
What a pivot.
But this guy isn't here for a debate about why he supports Trump. Hey, sir, I'm going to go and give you...
Let him respond. Where in the human body?
I don't think he is going to respond. He's going to say, what a pivot, and he's going to refuse to answer.
He muted. Dude, you could hear him looking it up, bro.
Oh, my God. Yo, Lady Teapot, I appreciate you for the $20 over on Super Chat, saying I donate to whoever I want. Stay mad, asshole. Appreciate you for that love, Lady Teapot. Thank you so much for the love, Lady Teapot. Show some love to Lady Teapot
you
down below.
muted me, but I didn't teacup. If I teacup, then I would be looking it up.
So we're in the block. So yeah, what's the answer?
I'm not answering that question. It's such a pivot.
Use a slur. You have to use a slur because you just got cooked, bro. He got cooked.
Dude got fucking fried. So, okay, let me tell you guys like quickly what happened there. He came up here. He tried to start engaging in a conversation about why he supports Trump. Got absolutely flamed by me. So then he goes like unemployed loser mode, and he's like, Dean, right? Like what theory of morality do you hold to? Lucky enough, I was an unemployed loser for a couple of years when I was majoring in philosophy. So I start delving into the specifics about my normative theory of Rossian pluralism and threshold deontology, right? And then he gets even more specific. He's like, I'm gonna go ×2 loser mode on you. I'm gonna ask you specifically what you think a right is, since that's a word that you use. And then I like gave him my description of a Kantian negative right. Dude crashes out, starts using slurs because I know more than him about this like unemployed loser bullshit, right? And gets pissed. Anyways, welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
18.
Okay, what year are you born in?
04/11/2007.
Okay, why do you support Trump as president?
I listened to Charlie Kirk a lot. Also his policies during COVID-19.
What policies, man?
Operation Warp Speed and the CARES Act.
Okay, name one provision of the CARES Act you like.
I'll be honest, I hate Trump. Keep going, guys. Love you.
Okay, goodbye. Moving on to the next guest right now. A couple of people to thank here. Johnny, thank you so much for the $50 over on Super Chat. Thank you so much, Johnny. I want to see 500 Johnny W's down below in that chat while we're looking for that very next guest to get up here to have a conversation with. Johnny with a $50. Once again, thank you so much, man. That is so incredibly kind of you. Says, I just wanted to suggest take part of the stream to talk about those on the fence and address their hangups. The comments is not always the best place for them, since some of them don't know what to look for, or since they don't know what to look for. You know, Johnny, that's actually a fairly good point. I actually agree with you. Like maybe sometimes people just don't know what to look for in a conversation would be beneficial. I think that's a good idea. Thank you for the recommendation, Johnny. Good to see you. I know that you're always hanging out in here with us, and thank you so much for the $50, my friend. Show some big ol' love to Johnny down below, as well as Unpopped Popcorn. Thank you so much for the 200 Norwegian dollars, saying, hey, love your lives. Thank you so much for the love. Please, 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 please show some love to Unpopped Popcorn down below in that chat. And we do try to go over the real world outcomes of abortion bans whenever we talk about the subject, but thank you so much. And then one more big one here. Yvonne, thank you so much for the $50 over on Venmo. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Yvonne. You guys are being so incredibly kind today. Thank you so much. Yvonne with the $50 says, keep cooking this MAGA pig. Yeah, bro. He got fucking fried. Appreciate you for the love. I want to see 500 Yvonne W's. Good to see you again. You've been hanging out with me and Parker for like the last year now. Holy crap. Thank you so much, Yvonne. And then Sierra, thank you for the $10 who says, because Orange Man bad. Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's fucking go. And then Tara, thank you for the $15 over on PayPal who says, I watch your lives every day and I love what you do. Thank you, Tara. Charmaine with the $5. Thank you so much. Savannah with the $10. Thank you so much, Savannah. Natalie with the 5 and Deanna with the 5 and then Denise with the 10. We are all cut up. Thank you guys so much for the love. If you're watching right now and you want to support me or Parker, you can find our Venmos and our PayPals in the link trees and our bios, as well as you can find my Venmo, my PayPal on the top of the phone screen alongside of the pin message in the YouTube stream. But let's go to move on to the next guest.
Yeah, Yvonne, thank you so much. I really appreciate W's for Yvonne in the comment section right now. Thank you. I really appreciate it as well. W's for Yvonne. And then also, by the way, Lexi and Michelle, thank you so much. I really appreciate it as well. By the way, I have to like literally swipe out to be able to see because I'm on my phone. But thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm out filming stuff today, so I won't even be home till later, everyone.
Base. Kane, what's up? Do you support Trump?
I do.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
And why the hell do you support Trump as president?
Say again?
Why the hell do you support Trump as president?
Run the first part by me again. I'm so sorry.
Why do you support Trump as president?
He puts Americans first.
This morning, House Republicans refused to delegate the $40 billion that they're sending to Argentina to fund an ACA subsidy that would keep healthcare costs low for 55 million Americans on Medicaid. Is that putting America first?
That instance is not.
He refused to abide by a court order that compelled him and his administration to use emergency contingency funds to keep food stamps running, to keep 42 million Americans fed, including 16 million American children. Is that putting America first?
Those two instances are not.
Donald Trump passed the most expensive policy in American history, the Big Beautiful Bill, at $4.5 trillion added to our debt, which according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities is reducing the purchasing power of over half of this country, totaling in at 156 million American citizens, while also taking healthcare away from 10 million low-income American citizens. Is that putting America first?
No, none of these instances are, no.
Okay, so if these instances are examples of Donald Trump not placing this country first, what are examples of Donald Trump placing America first?
I believe this is going to be kind of, I guess, controversial, but placing the tariffs, the Department of Government Efficiency, I believe that these are putting us first by using our taxpayer money to come to us instead of other countries.
Okay. All right. Well, Parker, I'll let you respond on the tariffs. About the Department of Government Efficiency, so they cut $200 billion. Once again, Donald Trump's already spent over $5 trillion, $4.5 trillion of that being on a bill that you think was America last. So it seems like overwhelmingly he's significantly worse for our country's expenditure in debt than he is good. Parker, if you'd like to take it away in reference to the tariffs, the mic is yours.
Yes, the tariffs have negatively impacted our economy in various ways. They have a regressive negative impact on low and middle income individuals. They spend a greater proportion of their income on consumer products. So if you increase the cost of consumer products, that disproportionately is going to be more of the income of lower and middle income individuals comparative to people who are rich. So it's replacing income tax and progressive tax structure with a regressive tax structure in terms of tariffs, therefore shifting the burden of taxation from those that are higher income to those that are lower income disproportionately. Now, also, we can point to the fact how tariffs have caused upward pressure on prices, and they've also given us a worse off labor market. And you might say, Parker, but they're bringing back jobs to the country. Well, real domestic manufacturing investment has actually declined since Trump got in office. Alongside the fact that we even see, particularly, I'm pretty sure it was the Kaiser Institute, indicate that we're going to see around 1% GDP growth by here in Q3 of 2025, which is really bad. really bad comparative to what we saw in previous quarters. In the first quarter, we saw negative 0.6. The second quarter, we saw 3.8. And then we're not even seeing that growth here in the next quarter.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with some of that. I'm a little confused on the part of it. You said that the tariffs, you said something that takes money from the poor people and gives it to the rich people? I'll give you a second to chew, man. I'm not going to try to.
Yes, yeah.
How is that? How does that work?
Dean, you want to explain why chew?
Well, I'm so sorry. What's that? I'm looking at breaking news.
He's asking how tariffs take money from the poor and give it to the rich.
Oh, yeah, it's because the less money you make, the greater proportion of your income you spend on the bare essentials to live, and all consumption as a whole, meaning that regressively impacts you more the less money you make, right? Which in turn reduces the purchasing power of low-income Americans disproportionately compared to that of higher-income Americans.
Okay, no, and I agree on that as well. Part of the reason I wanted to get up here, first off, I do support Trump, but I also support you guys giving opportunities to folks to come up to even talk and discuss it.
Cool. So I guess we fail to see why you still support Trump after everything that we just said.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's more reasons to, I guess from this takeaway, there'd be more reasons that you guys have listed to disagree with Trump versus to agree with Trump for the reasons I've given. But, I'm still kind of believing my facts a little more here.
Which ones?
Again, with the, kind of lost my thought there for a second. I'm still with the Department of Government Efficiency. People are saying on TikTok and social media we're supposed to be getting money back from that as well.
Well, I mean, they've been saying that for like a year now.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I mean, they've said that a few times. That's not really happened. But if that does happen, I mean, that's kind of a direct benefit, right? That Trump would be president to us. Not that he's just given, money to us, but I believe that it's more important for America to get the money that is deserved to America versus for other countries to get money from America. If that makes sense.
One thing that Dean brought up earlier that was an incredibly important point is that House Republicans quite literally voted on like an amendment that specifically went over the fact that it was going to take the $40 billion that's going to Argentina and it was going to instead direct that to extending the ACA subsidies for 2 years, which means Americans' healthcare premiums would be lowered for 2 years, which is very beneficial. Now, without that, many Americans are going to see their premiums doubling, in some instances tripling and quadrupling.
Yeah, no, I mean that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate thing.
So, if you're America first, wouldn't you want that that money to go to Americans rather than to people in Argentina?
Say that one more time. I apologize.
Wouldn't you prefer that money to go to Americans in reducing their healthcare premiums rather than that money to go to Argentina?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So then it seems like you're disagreeing with where Republicans are standing right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% on either side here. I mean, I picked Trump over any other candidate. His policies and his kind of ideology, I feel like for me was more accepted. Not everything. I'm not 100% diehard Trump. Let's go this guy forever. But I mean, America should be first no matter what, right? And I feel like Trump was going to do that over any more of the other candidates.
You think Trump? How so? What are the specifics you point to say that Trump is going to put Americans first?
Stop. As far as tax dollars go into other countries, to provide, for whatever they need, it's going to go to Americans first, right? That's kind of his whole deal.
I don't really think that's happening. I think it's going to the rich first, because if you look at that, actually, under the Big Beautiful Bill, 420,000 children will be cut off of free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month, alongside 2.5 million people off their access to health insurance on average every month, and over 10 million people off their access to health insurance. So obviously, if you care about what's going to affect Americans, you can't be in support of that, alongside the fact that that money is being used to give massive tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires disproportionately.
No, I mean, I do agree. I'm not disagreeing with that. I mean, the facts are facts. right? But again, I stand with Trump because he was, in my opinion, better than the other candidates as far as American first.
Okay, you keep saying that, but like I really don't know what is better in terms of being America first that you'd point to.
Say it again. What are you saying?
Again, I'm not knowing what you're pointing to in terms of being America first. That's better.
Like keeping our tax money in America instead of like putting it, in XYZ.
What? That's not what happened here. Like, can you give me an instance of what Republicans or what Trump supported in terms of keeping money here in America that Democrats didn't?
Yeah, like funding for socks in like different countries, and past presidencies. Funding for schools in different countries. I mean, I get, those people still need those things, but America needs what we need first.
I'm sorry, that's a very small portion of the budget. And also, that's not even something that Trump has advocated against. Trump hasn't even advocated against giving socks in school.
Well, I mean, that's an example. I'm not saying that specifically. I'm not saying that specifically, but I mean, $20 million in socks or whatever the number was. I'm sure, one of you guys, Dean or Parker, either of you guys may have that number, but $2 million for socks even to a different country is insane versus $2 million to, homeless veterans on our streets.
Well, Republicans are not giving more money to homeless veterans. Like they've actually like literally cut people off the VA, and they've cut the VA in general. So how can you name one Republican policy that benefits the working class more than a Democratic policy?
When did they cut the VA entirely? When did that happen?
Not the entirety of the VA, just aspects of the VA under Trump's admin in this term.
Like they cut funding for the VA, not entirely, but reduced funding, I guess I should say.
Dude,
They cut the people who are employed at the VA.
I just I'm sorry. I gotta just say this real quick. Before our very eyes, MAGA is dying. Okay, I just want to let you know, guest, alongside everybody else watching this live, that it is on its way out. Just a little bit of an update. We've been live now for 3 hours. Here's a little bit of a come together of everything that's happened over the course of the last 3 hours. Adelita Grahova, a new congresswoman from the 7th District of Arizona, has been sworn in, and she's put her name on a list to force the release of the Epstein files in the House of Representatives. If they maintain a majority, the Epstein files will be forced to be released. All of them. All of them. Now, in response to this, before Adelita Grahova was sworn in, the White House met with Lauren Boebert, a representative from my state, actually. Crazy motherfucker. And they asked her to flip and remove her name from said discharge to prevent the Epstein files from being released. Why the fuck would the White House fight so hard to prevent that release? But guess what? Guess what? Lauren Boebert said no. Per the New York Times, Trump's lobbying effort of Ms. Boebert has failed. She will not pull her name from the Epstein petition. Neither will Nancy Mace. And in fact, as of 52 minutes ago, Don Bacon, another Republican, says that he will also vote yes on that discharge petition when it makes it to the House floor. The dam of the inevitability built up around Trump is failing, and MAGA is dying. 46 minutes ago, two more Republicans, Warren Davidson and Eli Crane, publicly stated that they plan to vote for the discharge petition when it comes to the floor. Now there's a majority, vast majority. And guess what? The moment that discharge petition does hit the floor, if we keep the same energy, I could almost assure you that we will see Republicans hopping off ship by the dozens, disavowing the administration and voting for the release of the files because they do not want to go down on a list of names that voted to prevent the release of paperwork that finished the MAGA party. 34 minutes ago, Adelita Grahova was sworn in. And we could expect that discharge petition to hit the floor of the House, hopefully very soon. Hopefully very, very, very soon. But what's scary is that we are relying on people like Nancy Mace, MTG, and Lauren Boebert. Lauren fucking Boebert. I just have a personal grudge against her. She was my representative for a while. to save this country. Oh my God. That is a scary, scary, scary thought. But that's where we're at. Over the next week, I will project that it will be the hardest it has ever been to get Trump supporters to join this live. Because I just don't see how anybody can defend this. Right? Like, in fact, we even have a Trump supporter right now. Kane, let me ask you, my friend. How can you support Trump as president? Look at what he's doing, dude. We just got an email leaked from Congress this morning where Epstein said that Trump knew what he was doing with all those girls. And an email said that Trump spent hours alone with one of these girls, one of the victims, in Epstein's house. Top of that letter that Congress leaked a couple months ago that Trump sent to Epstein saying that they have this thing in common, this enigma. It's better than everything else. And Trump hopes that Epstein keeps his wonderful secrets. Okay? Right? And now the administration is actively lobbying against Republicans in Congress who have pledged to vote for the full release of the files.
Oh, by the way, I think after the House still has to go through the Senate and get 60 votes. That's at least what someone said.
Well, all the media attention has been on the House and only the House, meaning that I think we got it done in the Senate. I'll look into that a little bit more. But go ahead, Kane, please tell us.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So anything involving an adult with a child is disgusting. I do not support that a bit. If it comes out and they release it, Trump's on there, whether he agrees with it or denies it or whatever, that's disgusting. That's absolutely horrible. It's a horrible thing to even imagine someone to do to a child.
Wait,
or something to do.
It's already come out that he sexually exploited children and or women. I mean, he boasted about that in 2005.
How so? What was that?
He owned Miss Teen USA and Miss USA. He walked backstage before the shows to go into the changing rooms unconsensually to look at them while they're naked with no clothes on, and he boasted about that.
No, I mean that's absolutely disgusting. I mean, I do not agree with that a single bit. That's that's a terrible thing.
So why don't you jump ship?
Because I mean, what he does non-politically does not interfere with his political policies.
Bill Clinton got impeached by the House for cheating on his wife in the Oval Office. And now you're telling me that you don't care if Donald Trump sexually exploits naked little girls with Jeffrey Epstein.
No, I do. I absolutely do care if he does do that. That's a disgusting thing for him.
If you cared, then you'd stop supporting him, and you wouldn't say that it has nothing to do with this presidency.
Well, I feel like supporting him, not supporting him in the fact of him doing whatever outside of politics. I don't. That's not for me. That's disgusting. Either way.
That's not outside of politics. That's who he is. It's what he's done. Why do we want to make somebody like that the president of the most powerful country on earth? Just think about what you're saying, man. Think about it. Think. You wouldn't make somebody that has sexually exploited little girls responsible for the fucking grilling at McDonald's. Why do you want to make them responsible for the most powerful country on the face of planet Earth?
No, I absolutely do agree with that. I mean, that makes perfect sense to hear it out loud like that. I mean, that's definitely would not support any action with an adult with a child. That's absolutely disgusting. I'm not for that at all. I don't want that to be misconstrued.
But you'll support the person for president who did that?
Not for. Honestly, I'm kind of on the edge of saying. Yeah, I don't know what I can say on here without getting you guys in trouble or myself in trouble, but I'm kind of on the edge of saying fuck Trump at that point. I mean, that is kind of a disgusting thing to do. Again, I'm still, American first. If he's going to put America first, I'm all for it. But again, he shouldn't have the power to be where he is if he has done those absolutely disgusting, diabolical things.
So you wouldn't vote for him?
If I had the option to, again, no, I probably wouldn't. I mean, if that is single-handedly true, I mean, that's all downright. I mean, he says, hey, this is what happened. Absolutely not.
Okay. All right, perfect, man. Let's go and get that next guest loaded up in here. Yeah, man, MAGA's a dying movement. I can't even believe what we're witnessing in front of our own eyes. And I think that it's going to take a while for all this to pan out. I think it's going to take a while for, everything to come to light. And I think that obviously the administration is going to continue to deny, but this is just not a pretty picture for the future for the future of MAGA. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Yo, what's up, Dean? How you doing?
Yeah. Do you support Trump? I'm all right.
Yeah. Yo, quick question. What are you smoking there?
Lavender Caramel. Quick question. Are you driving?
I am not.
Yeah, I can hear you on the road, my friend. Moving on to the next guest.
Be Trump supporters.
I don't know if we'll be able to find any, man. MAGA's dead, dude. Jenna, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo, who says, fellow Coloradian here, if we're relying on Lauren, we might be screwed. Well, no, she did not take her name off of the discharge. She didn't, Jenna. Elizabeth, thank you for the $5, who says, here's $5 for a stay. Appreciate you for that love, Elizabeth. Tony, appreciate you so much for the $10 on Venmo, who says, I'm a nurse practitioner working in long-term care, and the patients that I care for are actively losing access to the care they need because of Trump. And guess what? MAGA doesn't care. Holy fucking shit. Thank you for the $10, Tony, and I'm really sorry to hear that about your patients. Then Sophie and Morgan, I appreciate you both for the 5. Bryson, thank you so much for the 7. And Jamie, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo. Thank you so much. That is J-A-M-I. Thank you so much, Jamie. Jamie says, sorry for the weird amount of money. Just wanted to show some love. No, 1955. That's not weird, Jamie. I appreciate you so much for the $20. That's so incredibly kind. Thank you so much. And then Kaysen with the $10, who says was just on live. Just wanted to talk to you. Fucking hate MAGA, and I debate MAGAs all the time at my school to cook them. Hell yeah, Kaysen. The Mickey with the 5, and Addison, thank you so much for the $18 on Venmo. Says the confidence that these Trump supporters have is quite frankly embarrassing. It's not just embarrassing; it's disgusting. And this person is a liberal. We're gonna go to kick them. Thank you to the random chatter who let me know. Appreciate it. Big ups, big ups, big ups. Moving on to the next guest, Kevin. Then over on PayPal, Anna with a 10. Thank you so much, Anna. Richard with a 10 and Christopher with a 5. Thank you, guys. If you're watching and you want to support me, you want to support the work that we do here, you can find my Venmo and my PayPal in the link tree in my bio on TikTok. I get 100% of those proceeds. They go straight to my phone, where you actually get a notification at the top of it, where I'm able to read off your name and give you a shout out. And thank you for the love. Also, Vanessa with $5 over on YouTube says, no need for Senate approval. Epstein files are from the House Oversight Committee. They just need a discharge from over half of Congress to force the Oversight Committee into releasing them. That's what I thought. That's why, like, the Senate's not being talked about in this equation at all. Not in, like, mainstream media, not by any, like, super smart independent journalists. It's just not something that's been talked about, right? Additionally,
People are asking what I'm doing. I'm default dancing. I'm singing the default dance song from Fortnite.
Based. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Hell no. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck MAGA.
Base, Kevin. We are just looking for people that love Mr. Trump. So we're going to move on to the next guest at this point. Only up inside of that queue if you support Trump. Please, guys. Please, 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 please follow those rules, everybody. Please follow those rules, everybody. We're going to go to get our next guest, Key, loaded up into the box. Hey, Nancy, thank you for the $10 over on PayPal. He says, thank you for educating the Canadian Maple MAGAs. We need some Dina Parker here. Yo, Nancy, shout out to you. Shout out to Canada. Thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. Seriously. And then Cash, thank you for the $10. Thank you for the $10. Cash for the cash. Appreciate you so much, Nancy and Cash. What's up? Do you support Trump?
I just need to ask a question. Can they open back the Epstein files if he does become impeached? I'm sorry, I just really need to know.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, 110%. So the House Oversight Committee releasing the full Epstein files is not reliant at all on Donald Trump being the president. What's up? Do you support Trump? We're not here. Moving on to the next guest, folks. Moving on. We got Jack O'Connor joining. Hey, do you support Trump? Nope, they're gone. Holy shit. Parker, look at this. We can't find anyone.
Maybe it's already happened.
Yeah, it's already happened, dude. MAGA's dead. You want to see a magic trick while we wait to get the next guest up here?
Yes.
Dude, bet. I'm going to shuffle those cards. Tell me when to stop. I'll be able to tell you what your card is.
Stop.
That right there, I have a feeling that this card is the Queen of Clubs. Boom. Magic. Now back to the debates. Let's go get that next guest loaded up in the box. We got Flame connecting. Magic, motherfucker. Abracadabra, bitch.
Yo, bro. Expelliarmus.
Let's get that next guest up in here. All right, we got Lip Slider 03 joining in.
I'm still trying to make these pancakes. Please.
Dude, you were in here like 2 hours ago asking me how to make pancakes.
Please.
Parker doesn't look impressed. I've seen the trick a million times, chat. And I do that on purpose. I'm trolling. I still don't know how he does it.
We're gonna go get that next guest bandwidth loaded up in here. Let's see if I could do this one. I don't know. I may expose the magician's secret. I'm gonna change this card from the 2 of clubs. Wait, that's not clubs. Into 2 hearts.
I kind of saw you put it in there.
Wait, no, I was watching on the screen. I didn't see anything. What do you mean you saw it? I was watching the screen intentionally. I didn't see any sleight of trick of hand there. What do you mean you saw it? No, you're capping. You're lying your ass off. I was watching the screen. I was watching the screen to see if I could see it. Okay, right? Because you know that one's an easy trick to. We saw it. Fuck.
It's so easy, but you failed, bro. That's tough.
What's up, Chris? Do you support Trump?
No, Trump is in the Epstein files. Love you guys.
Oh, do you see it that time? Boom. Was that time better?
That was a good choice.
Was better? Okay, word. Word up.
I didn't even see because of the guest box, dude.
Damn it. God damn it. Guys, we're still looking for the next Trump supporter. This is unreal.
Or there's just a lot of liberals that are trolling.
Oh, this idiot's back. He's not going to stay up for long. Just one question I have for him. Let's see if he loads in. Do you accept that?
What, are you going to run again?
Do you accept?
Are you going to run again?
Do you accept that Trump is a predator?
No.
Then how do you explain Epstein's saying that he knew what he was doing with the girls? And how do you explain Trump admitting to sexually exploiting naked women and or naked girls at Miss Teen USA and or
Well,
Miss USA?
since that just came out today, I'm going to have to do my own independent research and find out the truth about it. I'm not just going to take your word for it like you expect
Epstein.
everyone to do.
That's Epstein's word.
I'm going to actually...
It's Epstein's word from the email.
You're relaying Epstein's word, aren't you?
Yeah. What do you want to read it?
So I'm getting it from you?
So do you want to get it from like a picture?
So I need to get it for myself to find out whether it's true or not. But I want to ask you a question. Let's say you're right. I'll grant that you're right, and he's on the list and all the things, and you're right about all the accusations you've been making. Why is it wrong that he did those things? Trump, in particular. Why is it wrong that he did those things?
Because child rape is wrong.
Why? Can you answer that?
Because you're raping a child?
Yeah, and what is wrong about that?
Are you asking me why it's wrong to rape children?
Yeah, I need you to tell me why it is wrong in your eyes
to rape children.
To do that. Yes. Do you need me to repeat it? Can you not hear me? Do you have too many cocks in your ears, or what's up? Why is it wrong? Is that too hard of a question? You can mute me with the background noise if you want. I'm ready to hear your answer.
It's happening. It's actually happening.
That pearl clutching is so beta. Why don't you actually answer the question?
It's actually happening. He's calling me a pearl clutcher for saying that child rape is wrong.
No, because I asked the question. Why are you?
I didn't think this one would happen. You know, we see it often. They'll say that something's wrong, and then Trump will do it, and then they'll defend it. Did that with J6. Did that with the J6 pardons. Did that with the Medicaid cuts. Did that with the SNAP cuts. Just didn't think they'd do it with child rape.
Obfuscating. Let's just get to the fucking point, bro.
I just didn't think they'd do it with child rape. And now we're seriously at that point where Trump supporters are now saying that it's not wrong to rape children and asking why it is wrong to rape children. You're a sick, despicable.
Hey, I have a question, bro. Do you think
Trying to ask
pedophiles?
you why you think it's wrong.
Real question. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein should have gone to prison?
You are sick.
1,000%.
So sick.
Wait, so then you do think it's wrong?
Do you know what my question was to Dean? Were you listening or no? I asked him why he thinks it's wrong.
Because it's child rape. Because rape is wrong. Hello? I'm not going to give you more of an explanation than that. Because if I do need to give you more of an explanation than that, then you need to be on a list. You need to lose your job. And many other things that I won't say because of another
Go ahead and swap me,
circumstance that
just
comes
like
to
you
mind.
love to do. Go ahead.
Okay, because of another
Dox
circumstance
and
that
swap
comes to
me.
mind here.
Please, dox and swap me. I can't wait.
If you don't think that child rape is wrong, you definitely don't think that doxing is wrong.
Well, I didn't say whether I believed it was wrong or not.
Do you believe that child rape is wrong?
I do. But I'm asking you why it's wrong.
Perfect. So now
I'm asking you why it's wrong.
I'm not going to go any further than saying that it's because it's child rape and child rape is wrong. I'm not going to entertain giving.
Okay, just know that you got cooked and you ran. You lost and you ran. So just make it known.
Listen, man, you could insert whatever prerogatives you want.
Click.
I'll never entertain such a silly question. I'll never. I will never stoop to the level of trying to give an explanation for why child.
Quit sewing out. It's such beta.
I have to give an explanation for why sexual exploitation is wrong. I have to give an explanation for why Donald Trump unconsensually barging into dressing rooms of naked women is wrong. I have to give an explanation for why cutting people off of Medicaid is wrong. I have to give an explanation for why cutting people off of SNAP benefits is wrong.
So performative, dog. Hurry up.
And I think that I'm going to draw the line at explaining why child rape is wrong. That's where I draw the line.
So that's where you run and you concede the debate. That's fine. I'll take it. Just make sure you clip it and show that I got the dub.
That's where I draw the line.
So you were too much of a coward to answer the question. So make sure you clip it and show that I got the dub.
I don't think it's cowardice. I don't think it's cowardice at all to say that I draw the line at refusing to give an explanation for why child rape is wrong.
So you have the moral high ground, right?
It's not. I don't possess a moral high ground.
You have the moral high ground
over you.
Is that what
Yes,
this is?
actually, yeah, I have the moral high ground over you. If you want me to explain why child rape is wrong, yeah.
Yo, Dean, I was just gonna say I gotta get going now.
Prove it.
You take care.
Prove
And
that
everyone,
you have the moral high ground.
good luck with this horrible guest.
All right, yeah, you take care, man.
Oh, you're gonna run too, Parker? That's okay.
I have to go. I'm filming.
I bet. That's convenient.
And also, you're a waste of time.
Oh,
and
really?
a waste of oxygen.
That's a good one, Parker. You asked me to prove that I have the moral high ground over you. Okay.
Yes, please. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
And if you aren't a coward, then you won't keep muting me because that's just coward.
It just sounds like it's pissing you off. Anyways, so here's my proof that I have moral high ground over you. You're asking me to prove that it's wrong to rape children. Therefore, I possess the moral high ground over you. It's a very simple argument. Any comments? Any rebuttal?
Yeah, I told you to prove to me that you have the moral high ground.
I did. My proof that I have the moral
Did
high
you?
ground is that you're asking me to prove that it's wrong to rape kids.
No, I'm asking you why you believe it's wrong. That was the question I asked.
Exactly. And that's
you
why.
can't answer it.
And that's
And you can't answer
and
it.
that's why I have the moral high ground over you.
But you can't prove why. If you can't substantiate how you have the moral high ground.
Yes,
by,
you know, my substantiation that I have the moral high ground is that you're asking me why it's wrong to rape kids. That's why. That's why I have the moral high ground. You're sick. You're sick. I can't even believe that this statement is coming out of the mouth.
And this is why I told you at the beginning that you were going to run, because you can't stand up to internal critique. Remember that, coward?
What are you trying to internally critique?
Just admit you took the L, bro. It's as simple as that. Just admit you took the L and run.
Wait, I'm taking the L because I think that child rape is wrong, and I'm not going to engage.
You already did take the L.
That is refusing that position. So, because you're refusing to concede to the position that it's wrong to rape children.
This low T.
So because you're refusing to concede to the position that it's wrong to rape children, requesting additional justification for the premise beyond the fact that it's the rape of a child, I'm taking the L.
See how the only way you think you win debates is by muting people?
Well, I think I win this debate by pointing out that you're asking me to demonstrate justification for the
How about
suggestion
you accept the interest?
that it's wrong to rape children. Like, I think there just comes a point. I think there comes a point where the harmful voices shouldn't be platformed, shouldn't be engaged in, right? Because the request of myself to argue that child rape is wrong is a suggestion that that is a debatable premise. The statement, child rape is wrong, is not a debatable premise. What's up? Do you support Trump, Ryan?
I do.
Are you going to ask me why I think it's wrong to rape kids too?
No, absolutely not. I know exactly what it's children.
Oh, you're cutting out. I think that you just said that you also think that it's wrong to rape kids. You know, that's a really low bar for MAGA. Okay, it's a really low. I can't believe that that's the bar. I need to ensure that who I'm talking to thinks that it's wrong to rape kids.
Absolutely, I think it's wrong to rape kids.
Yeah, it's crazy that I need to ensure that. Crazy that I need to ensure that. So why do you support Trump?
Because I feel he was appointed by God for a time such as this.
What?
America has turned on all godly things, including itself.
Dude,
so he's
Ryan,
leader in place of this country.
Ryan,
so that he can. Yes.
You're cutting out. Turn on or off your Wi-Fi.
Go ahead.
If your Wi-Fi is on, turn it off. If your Wi-Fi is off, turn it on. Dude, God is.
I'm on a phone.
God's cutting you off. I know you're on a phone. You could turn Wi-Fi on and off on phones. You can. Crazy, Ryan, right?
Are you done?
I just need to get your connection a little bit better. Like, I'm not going to miss an opportunity to debate somebody that supports Trump because I think he was appointed by literal fucking God, right? But yeah, I just want to make sure that I can hear you. Okay, so it sounds like the connection is a little bit better. Perfect. Okay, so you literally support Trump because you think that he's appointed by God. Go ahead and take it away. Make the argument.
So not necessarily do I support everything that he does or says or anything like that, but the fact that he is our president and he was appointed by God, yes, I support that fact.
Dude, okay. Well, the question is, why do you think that the 34-count felon adjudicated rapist that we just had an email leak from Epstein saying that where Epstein said that Trump knew everything he was doing with the girls was appointed by literal fucking God to run this country? Okay? Yeah. What's your evidence that he was appointed by God?
Because America has turned its back on God.
I think that with Trump, it's
The
only
fact that
turning its
America
back
has
more.
turned its back on God.
With Trump, it's only turning its back more. Think about it this way. Psalms of the Bible.
Exactly.
It says the way that you treat those with the lesser than you is the way that you're treating the Lord your God, because Donald Trump is turning America's back on poor Americans by refusing to fund their food stamps, by taking away their health care, by making their Medicaid premiums go up, by imposing tariffs that regressively hurt them the most, by passing the big beautiful bill that takes away their purchasing power, makes their energy more expensive, takes away their food stamps. Therefore, Donald Trump is guiding the country to turn their back on low-income Americans, okay? And because the Bible tells us the way that you treat those with lesser than you is the way that you're treating the Lord your God, therefore the Bible is telling us the way that Donald Trump is governing America is turning America's back on God.
Is there not multiple revivals at multiple college campuses where people are coming together as one? And there's a lot of revival in the streets where people are starting to believe more that we need God in this country because of all this suffering that's going on. Not necessarily at the Trump. It was happening way before Trump's hands.
So I mean, so there was.
What I don't understand is why every day you get on here and say that it's Trump's fault, right?
It is.
When there was how many presidents before Trump with this exact same problem that's going on in this country, but yet you never bring them up. Or the Epstein list that you just recently posted about, that you didn't bring anything about Obama or anybody else on that list, but yet Trump, because he's the president and you have such a vindictive thing against him, you have to bring him up daily on the daily. And I think you're being paid by the Democrats to try to get him out of office. But like I said, he was appointed.
Paid by the Democrats? What the hell do you mean?
All your PayPal and everything that you get paid by, they're paying you, are they not?
Yeah, like they're supporting me on Venmo and PayPal. It's not like the Democratic Party. It's like just random people that watch the live that enjoy what we do.
But your topic never changes. It's the same thing every day about Trump,
yeah,
correct?
It's always about Trump because he's our president and he fucking sucks.
You may say that he sucks.
Wait, Michael, 1 second. Michael, thank you for the $100. Thank you for the $100 over on PayPal. Thank you so much, Michael. Michael, the $100 on PayPal says I usually tip
And
Parker.
then when you start to lose an argument, you do that.
No, it just sent the donation like right now.
Yeah, when you exactly every time I've been on here, every time someone starts to win an argument, you go and do that dumb shit.
No. It's just because he just
child that you are,
dude. Ryan,
you act like the child that you are. That's what you are, Dean.
Okay,
you are a child.
I'm a child, so Trump would touch me.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, according to what Epstein said in those emails, according to what Donald Trump said in those emails, according to what
are you gonna do about all the other rapists?
All the other rapists,
Yeah, supposedly he hasn't been proven of it.
Jesus Christ! Oh, it was only proven in a court in 2023.
What was proven?
Yeah, that he raped Eugene Carroll.
What children, though? You said children.
Oh, yeah, he sexually exploited naked children at Miss Teen USA, and he boasted about it to Howard Stern. He walked into their dressing rooms when they had no clothes on unconsensually to look at their naked bodies.
And how many times have you watched a music video with underage children that freaking they exploit these children as well, that you don't say nothing about?
Hopefully not. Hopefully zero. I mean, I don't really watch music videos.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Right, but
you don't exploit.
If there's like a minor like exploited and sexualized in a music video, we could agree that that's wrong, right? Just like Donald Trump looking at them while they're naked is wrong too, right?
That who knows what you do in your secret time, right? You could be doing the exact same thing, and you're over here
well, if I did, then just throw us both in jail.
Color skin that is guilty of having sin.
Wait. If I did, then just throw us both in jail. Don't just say, well, therefore I'm gonna accept you both. Like what?
I didn't say I would accept you both.
I think that this is a projection.
That is for God.
Do you do these things in your free time?
God is the.
Wait, 1 second. 1 second. Michael, thank you so much for the $100 over on PayPal. I really appreciate you so much for the love. I need to go back to thanking Michael. Michael with $100 says, I usually tip Parker, but he's being lazy and he's not online today. Well, I appreciate you so much for that love, Michael. I want y'all to show some love to Michael down below in the comment section for the 100 big ones. Thank you so much, Michael. And then Heather with the 20 big ones, quote unquote, for drawing the line. Thank you so much, Michael and Heather. You guys are so awesome. Let's get 5 big booms for Michael and Heather. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you so much, Michael and Heather. And then Diane with a $10 saying, keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Diane. Could you thank the Democrats for funding me real quick?
You must be losing this battle again. Because
could you thank them just real quick? Could you thank them?
Thank who?
That Michael
the people
for
that
the
just
$100.
gave you the
Yes.
money?
Say thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Good boy. Vicky, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo from the Democrats. Thank you so much,
You're
Vicky.
such a child.
Amanda, why? Because I'm thanking people that are giving me money?
You're a coward. You
Because I'm
me.
thankful?
You're supposed to be
Because
debating,
I'm
not
fucking
over here
thankful?
thanking people. There you go. That's what I thought.
What do you think? That I was going to
That's
thank
the
people that
same
donate to me?
argument, dude.
Okay.
Are you gonna?
Yes.
say
How about
something
this?
back
How about
towards
this? How about
volume?
this? How about this? Yeah.
Why don't you go and start another topic about who's actually raping people in this world? Like the MS-13 gang members and everybody else, the cartels. It's got to be Trump all the time, right?
Do you think that all rapists should go to jail?
Do I think all rapists?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, non-starter. You're supporting one as president, buddy. You're a fucking hypocrite. Get out of here. Shut up. Be quiet. Pipe down.
It was never proven in court. What are you talking about?
It literally was. You want to see the verdict form? Holy fucking shit. Dude, oh my God. Yeah. Low info guest over here. Let's just go ahead and show you, right? Well, I mean, what do you want to see? What do you want to see? I mean, I got a bunch here. I got all the screenshots loaded up because you guys just love to deny reality. Holy cow. What's a good first one? Where is it at? Oh, yeah, sure.
I haven't gone off of my first topic about
Boom.
why God.
Judge clarifies. Yes, Trump was found to have raped E. Carroll. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Also,
we got some other
Why
people to
wasn't he
thank.
put in prison
Emily,
for it,
thank you
then?
so
Why
much for the
wasn't-
one moment.
why didn't he
Emily,
serve any
shut
prison
the
time
hell
for
up.
it?
Emily, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. Says straight from the DNC.
What I thought.
Thank you for the love, Emily.
Howard.
Abigail, thank you for the $5
Howard.
over on Venmo. Can you stop interrupting me while I thank my donors? Thank you. Good God. Sarah with the $5 on Venmo from the DNC. Thank you for the love, Sarah. Christian with the $10 on Venmo from the Democrats. Vicky with the $10 on Venmo from the Democrats. Amanda with the $10. Thank you so much, Amanda. Cody with the $10 saying, hey, man, the Democratic Party told me to keep this payment on the DL. Don't let this guest know. Oh, fuck, dude. I just let him know. Thank you for the $10, Cody. Maze, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo from the, here's a commission from the Democrat Fund. Let's go. Thank you so much for the $20 in Maze. And Linda, thank you for the $25 over on Venmo, who says, ding dong, Maga's dead. You and Parker should be out of a job soon. No, we actually might. Thank you for the $25, Linda. Then Shantae with a 5, Lori with a 15 saying, keep up the great work, team. Thank you so much, Lori. That is so unbelievable.
Whoever that is.
And then Bobby, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo.
Following list. Yeah, and what? So I follow freaking. Oh my goodness.
Who do you follow?
Your chat is funny. What about your guys' follow list? What about all the sins that you guys commit, chat? What about everything else? You're telling me everybody who's not guilty of having sin is on here? Hello, Dean, I'm talking to you too.
Bro.
All of you have turned from God, and I pray for you all.
How old are you?
Old enough to be your dad.
So you're 50.
Yep, I'm 50. You done looking at my list?
No.
Oh my goodness. So are you gonna go off on my topic yet about why I said that he was appointed by God? All right.
These are fuck. I'm conflicted. Give me a second. The bunch of people on the following list that.
That's what I thought. You're a coward, bro.
One moment. Bunch of people.
When you really want to debate somebody and freaking, you just do this. You go and you freaking try to turn. This isn't about me. This is about Trump. Remember?
Oh, 1 second. Shut up. I'm looking at the following list right now. I see a lot of women. Are there any?
I don't need to shut up. And what does it fucking matter? We're talking about Trump.
Do you
I
follow?
thought we were.
Do you follow any minors?
Here we go.
It's just a yes or no question. Like I'm genuinely asking because that's what the chat is saying. I want to verify it.
Minors not supposed to be on TikTok, so why would I follow minors? I thought you were the rule guy. Remember?
You could be 13 up and make a TikTok account.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So do you?
You're the one looking on my list. Do I?
Okay. You don't know?
Anyways, are you gonna get back to the topic, or am I gonna continue to?
Hey, chat. So I'm gonna open up my Discord. Okay, I have my Discord open on the right side of my screen. I have the live stream open on the left side of my screen. A bunch of people in the chat are saying that he does follow minors. I just quickly clicked through his following list. I couldn't find anybody that I could say was a minor for sure. But I have my Discord open right now. So if you guys have identified like any minors that he specifically follows, okay, somebody did put one in the list. Let me check this. Yeah. Brother, you are 50. Stop. Don't put the ad in the chat. Don't put the ad in the chat. Don't put the ad in the chat.
Do it all.
Brother, you are 50
Go ahead.
following a 16-year-old girl that's making like promiscuous posts. And it says her age.
Why
in
is
her
she on
bio.
her TikTok making promiscuous posts? Are you supposed to be 18 on TikTok?
Wait,
I don't
wait,
even I don't follow it. My
Are you saying it's the 16-year-old's fault that you're enjoying looking at the body of a 16-year-old?
Gotta mute me again. Gotta freaking make up freaking fake strawman bullshit like you always do.
No, this isn't fake.
My kids get on my TikTok. I don't know who the hell I follow, who I don't follow. Why is a 16-year-old making promiscuous posts? I thought this was an adult freaking TikTok. Victim blaming what? Oh my God. I get on here to freaking debate punks like you.
Okay, so are you, so when you say that you have kids that use your account, are you being serious?
Am I being serious?
Yeah.
Kids get on my phone all the time. Yeah, and what?
Are they who followed the 16-year-old girl?
What 16-year-old girl are you even talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. So
I'm not going to say her at because we're kind of on live in front of like 16,000
okay,
people.
but it's only public, is it not? Are you going to get back to the topic or not? I thought this was about Trump.
Can you pledge to look through your following list and remove minors?
How?
Okay, if you can't make that pledge, I just think we're going to move on.
Yes, I will remove any minors that aren't supposed to be on TikTok. I don't know what you're even talking about. Are you going to get back to the Trump topic or me? Are you going to look at my sins? Or are you going to keep looking at your sins? Or are you going to keep looking at whose sins?
There you go. You just called it one of your sins. Sin is intentionally breaking God's moral law.
No, it is not. A sin is unintentional. It can be unintentional as well.
Actually, typically priests say otherwise.
If you eat pork,
priests actually typically say otherwise. Priests typically say, right, that sin has to be an intentional infringement, that intent is required. Yeah, we kicked him. Hey, what's up? Do you support Trump?
Hey, yeah. Hey, you know what? I've been listening for like the last hour here again. I just wanted to say you were unfair to the last two guys that you booted. And you're doing something dangerous here, Dean, trying to like create these doxing scenarios with your following all these young kids who are trying to stir up a bunch of lies about people.
How was I unfair?
What you're doing is extremely dangerous. You should be careful. I just want to warn you because this can come back to you.
So then help me here. How was I unfair to that last guess?
But yeah, you just booted him, and you were all you did was thank your donors and mute him when he was trying to make a point. You didn't engage with him at all, and you didn't engage with the last guy either. And I watched you a lot for the last couple of weeks.
Hey Zach,
you did it the other day too to someone who was being fair, and then all you did was just boot him.
Okay, all right, Zach. So I mean, his argument is that he supports Trump because he was appointed by God, and I'm paid by the Democrats to hate on Trump.
Yeah, and you didn't answer to that.
Do you think that's
not a single argument from you? You just thanked your donors and muted them. You didn't give any rebuttal to it.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't a serious argument.
Well, it doesn't matter. It was an argument that he had, and you had nothing. And then all you did was treat him disingenuously. Man.
Okay,
You got to be fair to people.
So I don't think,
especially people who are supporting Trump up here.
Can you specify how I treated him disingenuously?
No, and you're trying to paint these guys as like rapists and stuff too.
Whoa! Can I
going
ask you?
into their accounts and stuff, and your followers are full of shit doing this too.
Actually, by the way, this
whole Discord bullshit you're doing, dude, you're digging yourself a hole here, Dean. You gotta be careful.
The only individual in that last conversation that tried to paint the other individuals a rapist was him when he suggested.
No, because you wouldn't answer. He was trying to do an internal critique.
Hey,
you didn't answer, and you're trying to paint him in a light that he shouldn't have been painted in.
Zach,
be careful, Dean.
Zach, if I can't speak, I'm gonna start muting you. I don't want to have to do that, man. Let's just act like adults.
Go ahead.
Okay, just stop crashing out. Okay, take a baby bottle, take a binky, So point number one.
There you go again.
I'm gonna
So
respond.
childish, dude.
There you go again. You're interrupting me, acting like a 3-year-old. I'm gonna quickly respond to all of your points so far. So your first point was that I was unfair to him because I booted him. I'll actually detail the very clear reason why I booted him, and I hope you could understand that this is not unfair at all. Okay, the chat brings up that the guest is following minors. Okay, ultimately I'm directed to the account.
Yeah, your chat's full of minors.
Now, if you're gonna allow me to finish speaking. Now, I was inevitably directed to an account that he followed, right? Their bio said 16, and it was a 16-year-old girl, posting videos that were revealing of their body, okay? Right? And obviously, the reason why I kicked him, right, was to ensure that nobody watching the stream would start spamming her or go to her page through his account, because I want to be able to protect minors.
No, you instigated it, Dean, and so did your chat.
I didn't. How could I instigate
You didn't
that
have
when
to do
he's the one
that
that
to
followed
him.
the 16-year-old?
Digging into his profile to try to find something and dig something up, dig up some dirt. That's bullshit. You guys are fabricating. Be careful, Dean.
Wait,
I'm telling you, it's
there
gonna
was
come
nothing.
back to
There was
get you.
nothing fabricated about that whatsoever. He's the one that followed her. That was
Yes,
public
it was,
information.
and so was the last guest too.
Wait, are you saying that?
I'm
it's
here to
not-
defend people
are
who
you
are
saying-
being fair and trying to debate
saying,
you.
Are you saying
and
that
you're
it's
being
not
unfair.
true? Are you saying that it's not true he was following a 16-year-old?
I don't know, and maybe he didn't know, but
so
that's
then,
besides
so then how could
the
you
point.
argue that it was fabricated?
Because you guys are the one that did the digging. And he told you he had children and other people on his account, and it could have been someone young that he didn't know was 16 either. It doesn't matter. And he admitted that he wasn't. He said that, anyone who does that crap should be thrown in jail. You guys try to spin it after he
listen,
told
man.
you he's not one of those kind of people.
All that
Same
I
with the
did.
last guy,
Listen, man.
too.
All that I did was I removed him from the live. That's all that I did. That's all that I did. How was that an unfair reaction?
You
Okay.
have no argument. No, you try
Zach,
to demonize him and paint him as a pedo.
For instance, how do I know that he's telling the truth? How do I know that he didn't intentionally follow this 16-year-old? How do I know that he's not into that? How do I know that he's being honest when he says that he has kids that use his account? How do I know that he's telling the truth when he says that he doesn't know? Right? So obviously, the fair reaction in that circumstance, right, would just be to remove him. It's simple. It's super simple. It's just to remove him. Zach, that's the obvious answer.
You created that whole thing. That was a big fabrication. You didn't have to do that.
Exactly.
Your chat did that. Instigated
Zach,
it too.
Zach, you're coping because you would rather choose the side, right, of the potential threats than common sense. You are telling me that I'm fabricating reality by just simply observing the fact that last guest was indeed following a 16-year-old. Nothing about that was fabricated. That was independently suggested and authenticated by multiple individuals in my Discord, by that guy saying that maybe he was, by many individuals in the chat, but most importantly, by myself, because I went to his following list. I typed in the suggested username. I went to the account and I saw 16 in the bio. You cannot say that it was fabricated. You just want to say that it was fabricated because you hate me for coming on here every day and telling the truth. Okay, I understand that you cannot counter argue or object to the facts that I disseminate. Of course, you say correct. Thank you so much. You cannot object to any of the facts that I say on live. You cannot object to any of the arguments that I give on live. You cannot object to my critiques of the Trump administration. You cannot object to what I discussed. Therefore, you must find a way to attempt to meticulously and intentionally object to my character on an unfair and unreasonable basis of assuming that I am being a bad actor by simply removing somebody from a public live stream with 18,000 viewers because he's following a 16-year-old, not only because of the potential threat that he would purport, but more so for the actual threat that purports to the safety of the minor, because it promotes individuals going to my chat, dropping their username, going to my Discord, dropping their username, and 16,000 people going to Zach's account to attempt to find their profile to learn more, when that's just a random 16-year-old girl that probably wants to be left the hell alone, right? So, and in fact, you came up here because you said that you wanted to defend the fair. Sir, you are the unfair, and I just told you exactly why. I'm now going to allow you a chance to have the mic to rebuttal to anything I just said. Keep in mind, for everybody watching, he will not be able to object to anything I said. He's going to attempt to say that I'm rambling, he's going to attempt to say that I'm deflecting, and he's going to attempt to say something new altogether, or just to repeat the points that he's already made, because he cannot contend with the facts that just left my mouth. Watch it in real time. That's exactly what he's going to do right now.
Just keep muting, dude. You mute everybody. I watch you, dude. I watch you and Parker. You guys do it to everybody who has a good point, and that's the opposition. And then you boot, and anyone who's actually good at debating you, you guys ban them. It's sick, dude. You guys only want to bring up really low-level people and just dunk on them to get clicks. Your chat is just a bunch of 16-year-olds who are extremely toxic. You need to realize this. You're not doing any good service here to people, to your chat, to your country. You need to really think about this, Dean, because this is going to come back to you. And I don't know how many people you got doxxed from this and from your toxic chat. You guys are instigating this together. You need to be careful, man. I'm just giving you a warning because I wouldn't want to, this is not creating a good situation for anybody, and especially you, man. I just want to warn you. I know you're young and kind of naive, and you got a good show here. You're popular, blah, blah, blah. You're making a bunch of money. Good for you, dude. I know you're a good grinder. But you know what? You need to be careful with these things, man. And I say this with love, bro. Seriously, like I don't fucking hate you, but I want you to realize what you're doing is
Ruffling your
wrong.
mic.
And
There you go.
sorry, I want you to realize what you're doing is wrong, and this can come back to get you. But I'll leave you with that, dude.
Oh yeah, of course
So
you're
just
gonna
be
leave and
careful.
run away, Zach. No, of course you're gonna run. Hey Zach, Cope Harder kid. I don't know what to tell you. If you want to debate about why you support Trump, go ahead and run.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to know why you support Trump. I mean, all that cope was embarrassing. Just put it aside. I understand that you're a weak little beta soy boy. Right? Well, quite frankly, that's obvious.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
But just
That's funny from you, coming from you.
How's that funny coming from me? I mogged the shit out of you, buddy. Calm down. Like, listen, like the age of just saying, right, that you're somehow weak for rejecting a rapist is over.
you're
buddy.
young.
Nobody believes your bullshit anymore, right? Liberals aren't weak for just saying that they don't want a rapist as president. Liberals aren't weak for saying that they don't want 13 million children to starve. Liberals aren't weak for suggesting that, hey, man, maybe it's wrong to give $40 billion to Argentina compared to ACA subsidies.
Don't run, but you just
keep
mute.
healthcare low, right? And of course, I'm going to mute you when you interrupt me. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. But obviously, you know nothing, right, about respecting boundaries. So sometimes I have to forcefully put the binky in your mouth, right? But now that we got the weak shit out of here, go ahead and give an argument for why you support Trump.
You got to grow out of this.
I'm so sorry. I think that
Grow out of that rhetoric with the binky and the baby bottles, dude. It's just childish, dude. No one's serious.
Okay, if you don't want the binky or the baby bottles, then stop whining. Fuck, I don't know what to tell
Take
you.
you serious, Dean. Anyone smart or old is not going to take you serious. Only your chat who's 16 would. And they don't even take you serious.
Right now we have over 5,000 live viewers.
Punk you, even your own chat punks you.
Right now we have 6,000 viewers on YouTube. Right now we have 6,000 viewers on YouTube, Zach. The average age of a viewer on YouTube is literally 35.
Good for you, Dean, but everyone punks you on here all day long. I see it.
Alex! 1 second. Respond to this. Alex just donated $10 over on PayPal saying, as a 40-year-old blue
Whopping
collar,
10. There you
I'm
go.
honored that your guest thinks I'm 16. Did you say whopping 10?
Good for you, Dean. You know what? You don't even want to.
Wait. Did you say whopping 10?
Just bring someone else up here and watch you just be fair about
No,
that.
because I responded to what Alex said, because he said, I'm 40 years old. He's not
Great.
16.
I'm not saying you don't have 40-year-olds listening.
Yo,
in, but you have a ton of
Michael,
young guys.
thank you so much for another $100 over on PayPal. Holy shit.
chat's
Thank you so
mostly
much for the love,
teenagers.
Michael. Show some love to Michael down below in that comment section for the $100. Seriously, thank you
All
so
right,
much
well,
for the
you know
love,
what?
Michael.
This is-
Or are you going to
this
run,
is-
Zach?
This is great. Yeah, call it running all you want. Why don't you bring someone up and just be fair? How about that?
How about I be fair to you and you give us a reason why you support Trump?
Yeah, because Harris was a worse option, and that was in the minds of anyone who's apolitical like me, who doesn't follow this stuff every day, tooth and nail. I work a job and I'm busy, but when I look at these things objectively, she was the worst option.
Thank you so much for the $100, Michael. I really appreciate
So
that.
there you go.
Okay, so why
And a
was
lot
she
of
the worst
people,
option?
regular Americans like me, who are not that political, thought that way. She was, by the way,
Why was she the worst
well, she's
option?
a woman for one. I don't want a woman in charge of the military. That's a simple one. But you're gonna laugh at that.
Oh my god. Oh,
that was a big criteria for me.
Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh my god, you're so embarrassing.
Yeah.
All right, so
policies on border,
real quick.
geopolitics, you name it, man. Pretty much across the.
Why do you think men are better at leading than women? Give an argument. What are the relevant differences between
Handle
men and
stressful
women?
situations better.
Oh, so you said that men handle stressful situations better. Did you know that women are actually biologically hard-coded because of evolution to deal with and manage stress and pain better than men on average? The evidence would be the fact that they have thicker spines.
In certain contexts,
No,
yeah.
no, allow me to finish. The evidence would be that they have thicker spines on the context of the dendrites in their neuroanatomy. The reason why evolution gave this upper hand to them was to deal with childbirth. Not to say that they have to give childbirth, but just merely denoting the fact that because they do, evolution gave them the upper hand. And this is empirically seen in so many different scenarios, such as surgery. Surgery is incredibly
Yeah,
stressful.
everyone knows men are more logical, they're more emotional.
So surgery is very stressful, and because of this is why women outperform men in school, and this is emotionally driven. The fact that men account for 75% of all self-unalivings, when that's incredibly emotional.
Dean,
Such
you're
as
like
the
a
fact-
robot.
Oh yeah, because I'm giving you the facts. Thank you so much for comparing me to a robot because I'm giving you the facts. Or the fact, I'm not done with the facts, by the way. I still have more for your tiny little puny brain, Zach. Or the other fact, right, that men are significantly more likely to abuse hard drugs as an unhealthy coping mechanism to deal with unprocessed emotions compared to going to therapy, which women are more likely to do because they're more likely to dictate their decision-making processes off of emotion compared to logic. Not to mention they also outperform women in context of fields such as drunk driving, reckless driving, or gambling. Meanwhile, women are more likely to perform men in certain fields such as short-term investment into the stock market since they think about investment in a more logical way compared to men. So now that I've given you all these facts rooted within societal scenes that we see in these empirical fields stemming from self-unaliving, suicidality, to violent crime, to reckless driving, so on and so forth, and the biological underpinning in which makes women better equipped to deal with stress and which makes women less emotional, more logical on average, why don't you go ahead and give me your argument and your evidence that men are more logical on average? And when you fail to give the evidence that men are more logical and less emotional on average, you will only prove me right since this is
you're gonna ask me for
emotionally...
sources and stuff.
Stop interrupting me. That's emotional. That's only another data point to add to my collection
No,
and against your position. But by the way, once you failed to give an argument to demonstrate that men are more logical and less emotional than women, you will only demonstrate that I'm right because it will prove you to be thinking emotionally. So give the argument. What's the refutation? But he's a runner. Damn, Zach, how the hell are you going to come up in my stream, tell me that men are less emotional and more logical, and then when you hear the logical facts to debunk the view, you interrupt me, proving you're emotional, and then run away because you don't have the logic. Wow, Zach, thank you so much for crashing and burning the hell out after making a terrible misogynistic claim that nobody with more than 3 brain cells buys, considering, which is kind of crazy considering the fact that about 75% of men do buy that shit. So what does that tell you? Once again, another counter argument against your own position. All right. I don't hear vast majority of women running around making baseless, nonsensical claims about the ability and performance of an individual predicated on their gender, rooted within emotion. Once again, another counter argument. I don't hear women running around saying it's so unfair of you to kick a guest from your stream because he follows kids. Once again, another emotional argument. I don't hear women running around, right, to the same extent that men do, telling me that somehow an adjudicated rapist with 34 felonies that's destroying and eroding the legal, social, and moral fabric of this country is going to make this country great again. That's something men do. Once again, another counter argument to your position. And once again, Mr. Emotional Zach over here ran away because he didn't have the facts, and he was scared when he was confronted with them head on. And honestly, I don't even know why I'm still going at this point. Zach died, right? Like 2 minutes ago, and I'm just still going. Holy shit. Oh my God. All right. Well, let's try to get that next guest up in here because he's gone. Okay. Zach's fucking gone, dude. Omi's gone. Let's go and get that next guest up in here. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Dean, I'm so sorry. I've been listening since Buddy earlier. I'm so sorry you have to go through this, man. I just sent you $20. I'm crying with you. This is fucking terrible, man. This is fucking terrible.
Hey, man. Well,
this is fucking terrible. Fucking terrible, man. Go get him. Go get him, man.
I appreciate you for the love, dude. I gotta say, the people today are crazy. The people today are nuts. Like, I don't know if y'all are picking up on this. I'm kind of like losing my shit over here. What? We need to watch this video real quick.
News about Jeffrey Epstein. Newly released documents in the past hour show that Jeffrey Epstein said he attended a meeting with Andrew, formerly known as Prince Andrew, and Donald Trump in London back in 2019, just about 1 month before Epstein was arrested by federal authorities on sex trafficking charges. Presumably Donald Trump would have known that Epstein was under investigation at this time, and yet if he met with him, that would still be a bombshell. Check out this document released by the House Oversight Committee. It's an email from Epstein's email saying Prince Andrew and Trump today, too funny. In a further communication, he talks about how Trump thought he was king as well. Now, we don't have confirmation that Epstein attended this meeting with Prince Andrew and Donald Trump, but what we do have confirmation is that this meeting did occur. Andrew and Trump met in London back in 2019. We need answers, and we need it now. I will provide you more updates as we get them, so spread the word. Full updates on my Substack link.
Wow. Breaking. One second. Breaking. Type in a tweet. Epstein privately claimed that he met with Trump in 2019. In London with Prince Andrew. It's fucking over. But God picked Trump for president. But God picked Trump for president. It's over. It is so over. And this is before the discharge position. Sorry, the discharge petition hits. This is before we have unrestricted access to all documents. Wow. It is so fucking over. It is so fucking over. Good Lord. Good Lord. Okay. You know what? This is giving me House of Card vibes. And if you've ever seen the show before, let me explain to you why I say that. The reason why I'm telling you that this is giving me House of Card vibes is because in the show, what the hell is his name? Bald guy, decent actor, pedophile, decent actor turned pedophile. What's his name? Kevin Spacey. So the reason why this is giving me House of Cards vibe is because you had Kevin Spacey in the show become president, but then he lost his position as president and was fired off the show because he was exposed as a pedophile. That's why this is giving me House of Cards vibes. Can't even speak. That's why I'm getting these getting these vibes. That's why I'm getting this connection here. Well, Kevin Spacey, what did he do? I think he was held liable for SA. Correct me if I'm right. Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. That was a big thing. Spacey was found not guilty? Really? SA Young Boys? No, he got off? Wow, okay. I thought that a civil court had determined that he was guilty of SA and Young Boys. He was acquitted? Okay. I didn't know that he was acquitted. Yeah, I didn't know that he was acquitted for that. Grant, thank you so much for the $10 over on Super Chat, who says, you said, quote unquote, the callers have been crazy today. Who else would continue to support Trump at this point? Yeah, only crazy motherfuckers. That's who. Yo, Aqua, thank you so much for the $50 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much for the love. Please, 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 please show some love to Aqua down below in that chat, folks. Thank you so much for your kindness. Aqua says, I'm a 46-year-old straight married woman. Last 3 callers have been disgusting trolls. Sorry you've had to deal with them. Love you. I love you too, Aqua. Thank you so much for your kindness. Please show some love to Aqua down below. And then Lady Teapot with the $20 says, the ambulance is coming for you, Zach. Also, I'm a college student, Dean. Can't control who follows him. Also, Dean can't control who follows him, but he controls who he follows, and he doesn't choose to follow minors. That's the difference, Cope. Yep. Appreciate you for the love, Lady Teapot. Thank you guys so much. And then Lacey, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo. Says, please keep up what you're doing. Thank you so much, Lacey. Then Sophie with a $1 on PayPal. Naomi with a $3. Then Anna with a $10. Guys, thank you so much. And then Anonymous, thank you so much for the $15 over on PayPal. Who says, don't read my name. As a female serving in the Army as a nurse for the past 6 years, thank you for sticking up for us, and thank you for the good work. Well, Anonymous, thank you so much for your kindness. It seriously means the fucking world. Thank you so much. And then Georgia, thank you so much for the $12 on PayPal, who says, I'm 31 and live in Australia. I take you seriously. You've educated me and many others. This is your patience with pathetic humans like this is astounding. Well, thank you so much, Georgia. Then Ellen with a 5, Gina with a 5, and then Maga cries with a $2 saying, I'm 35 piss boy. Appreciate you for the love. Alex, thank you so much for the $10 as well. All right, we all caught up, folks. What a crazy day. All right, guys. We're probably gonna do like another conversation here. We may then hop off. Because I want to make sure that I could make videos kind of just cover. We'll try to do one more guest before we leave.
I know you're.
Are you
Okay. Look, I want you to explain something to
No,
me.
I want you to explain something to me. So we just got an email dropped by the House Oversight Committee where Epstein claimed that he met with Trump in 2019. We got another email dropped this morning where Epstein said that Trump knew exactly what he was doing to those girls, and that Trump spent some alone time with one of the victims of Epstein at Epstein's house for a handful of hours. And we're only expecting more to come. We're also seeing a lobbying effort from the administration against the forced release of the full Epstein files in the House of Representatives by the meeting with people like Lauren Boebert, asking her to take her name off of the list to force the release. Why do you still support Trump in lieu of all these facts and more? You know, like the fact that he sexually exploited naked women or naked girls at Miss Teen USA and Miss USA, right? Why are you why do you support the president?
So look, all right. Explain to me the Prince Harry situation. No, explain to me why you think that's bad. Because in my eyes, I'm like I want you to explain something, like educate me. Why do you think that's bad? Like him going to visit with Harry and
Epstein,
or whatever. Yeah, Harry and Trump, Epstein visiting. Like what makes you think that's like? You know what I'm saying? Just them meeting. You
Andrew?
know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, it's because both Prince Andrew and Epstein abused children, and this was like especially known at that point in time. Especially known at that point in time. I mean, it was 2019. Why would Donald Trump, serving as the president of the United States of America, be meeting with two men that were notoriously with minor girls, including Epstein, who sex trafficked many?
Oh, so you think it's so you're upset at the fact that he was with them? That's what you're saying. Being a president, not having a clue what they were talking about. You just don't like the fact that he was with them. That's what you're saying.
I don't think I'd ever sit down across the table with two people that I knew were pedophiles and child sex exploiters. I mean, even like even like, you know, the royal family says the same thing today. They took, you know, Andrew's status of royalty away from him because of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you said, what was the other thing you said? You said something about the email that was earlier
Epstein
today.
said that Donald Trump knew what he was doing to those girls. That Trump knew, right? Donald Trump's been telling us for the last 20 years that he didn't know. That's a bigger political scandal than Watergate and Monica.
Oh, wait, you said so? Epstein said Donald Trump knew what they were doing to the girls on that island.
Yeah,
but did it say Trump was doing that to the girls on the island in the email though?
No, this email just said that he knew about it, right? And even him just knowing about it is like the largest political scandal in modern American history.
But we also don't know how many people
bigger than Monica Lewinsky, right? Because Donald Trump has perpetually claimed that he had no clue.
Okay, and we also don't know how many people. And first thing is we don't know that that's even true that Trump had a clue. We don't know that it's true. That's just what Epstein said. We don't know.
This is what Epstein said in a private confidential email in 2011.
Doesn't make it true. I don't care how private it is.
Before like he ran for any type of public office, in a private transmission to Ghislaine Maxwell. Why would Epstein lie?
I don't know. People lie all the time. Why would anybody lie? You know what I'm saying? Lying is wrong, period. But my thing is...
I don't know. I believe him. I believe him. Because this was in a private email to Ghislaine Maxwell, his right-hand man. And it even had like a signatory of like confidentiality on it, meaning that neither party could share that email, right? Like obviously, like we're going to believe... I believe that. Unless you could give any reason.
It's cool that you believe it, bro. But yeah, I mean, it's cool that you believe it, but I'm not going to... Like I said, it's still not. It doesn't.
Yeah. So then, I mean,
it doesn't solidify that. Oh, Trump was doing this to those.
You're just like experiencing a mind virus.
Okay, I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
What is that supposed to mean? I'm experiencing my what are you saying? What are you talking about?
Like Congress released a letter that Trump sent to Epstein, like talking about this one thing that they both have in common that's super vague, that's better than money, better than everything else, outlined by the depiction of the naked body of a girl. Donald Trump boasts about sexually exploiting either kids or women to Howard Stern, held civilly liable for the rape of E. Jean Carroll, hit on a 10-year-old girl in the 90s. And now we have Epstein saying that Trump knew exactly what he was doing, which would make sense considering the fact that at that time, Trump was Epstein's best friend, and we know that Epstein had a framed picture of the two together on his bed nightstand and on a
That means nothing.
and on a desk office.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a
Right?
good point,
And
bro.
like
But
in
it means
consideration
nothing.
of all these facts,
Like,
right? It's like obviously the case, right? That like what Epstein said in that email is like considerably more likely than not to be true.
I mean, yeah, that great point. But my best friend, he does a lot of things that I just do not do. So that means nothing as well. It just doesn't. It means nothing.
Well, I'm saying it's the composition of all the facts. It's not just the fact that they're best friends,
Mhm.
right? It's also the fact that Trump sent Epstein that letter. It's also the fact that Donald Trump had a
Of
track
the
record of
dressing
doing
room
similar
situation.
things, of like raping E. Jean Carroll or like sexually exploiting the naked women and or naked girls at Miss Teen USA, Miss USA, of hitting on that 10-year-old, of saying
Mhm.
that he likes young women just like Jeffrey Epstein, of meeting privately with Epstein in 2019, right? Of that email that
Don't know
Epstein
why.
sent
Yeah.
to Jelaine, right, saying that Trump knew exactly what he was doing, what exactly was happening to those young girls was private, confidential before Trump ran for any public office, and to his right-hand man, Ghislaine Maxwell, right? In consideration of all these facts, I think that it becomes abundantly crude and like obviously false, right, to deny that Epstein was likely telling the truth.
Nah. I mean, a lot of it is just him saying this. Where there's no actual factual evidence behind
Bro, I
it being
just
true.
gave
What
the
he's saying.
preponderance of facts to
I
demonstrate
get
that
why
it's
you
true.
said. Yeah, I get.
KJ,
I get
you
what
are seriously suffering from TDS.
No,
Trump
no, 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 no,
devotion
no, no, no,
syndrome.
no, 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 no. We're not gonna do that. I get what you were saying, bro. I get what you were saying. I get it. All the evidence points to what Epstein said to being true. All the stuff that you said President Trump did in the past, like going into the women's dressing room. You said you used that as an example.
Right. You
My
also
thing is,
owe me $500.
no, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
And then also,
You do.
So
I remember this.
So,
Wait,
so you remember that? You remember that
So
conversation
the
we
reason
had last?
the reason why you owe me $500 is because you bet me $500. You said that, Dean, I will give you $500 if you could prove that E. Jean Carroll did not say that she personally thinks grape is sexy. And then I played you a clip of her being like, people think that grape is sexy.
But what did you say, Dean? You said I can prove that she didn't. She didn't. You said that she did not. She said a rape was not sexy. She didn't clarify that she didn't think a rape wasn't sexy. She just said some people think a rape sexy.
Oh no,
she didn't say, "Oh, I don't think a rape is a grape is sexy."
So the bet was on if she said that she thinks grape is sexy. And propositionally speaking, the statement "I think grape is sexy" is different from the statement "people think grape is sexy," and that's why you owe me $500. It's just propositionally different.
Okay, we're not doing this again. We did this the whole time last time.
Well,
but my thing
I
is,
just
so
want
you
you to pay
remember?
up.
Remember we were, huh?
I just want you to pay up because that's what you owe me.
No, because no. At the end of the day, that you still none of us won the bet.
No,
really,
I did.
none of us did.
I did because I proved that she didn't say that. She
Okay,
thinks
but
grape
we
is
don't.
sexy.
I'm not doing this again, bro. Because I'm gonna keep saying the same thing. You're gonna keep saying the same thing.
Wait,
My thing is, so you remember last time we talked?
Wait, 1 second. Can we just agree that we bet on if she? Can we just agree that we bet on if she said that grape was sexy? That she thought grape was sexy?
No, you said. I swear the bet was you said that she didn't say a grape was sexy.
Oh yeah, no, that is a bet. So I bet that she didn't say that she thinks grape is sexy, and you bet that she did say that.
No, I meant that you said that she does not think a grape is sexy. I thought that's what you said. You said she said that she does not think a grape is sexy, and I was like, no.
Oh, I'm saying that she didn't say that she thinks grape is sexy.
I'm pretty sure in the bet you said what I just said. You said, but anyway,
I don't know. I think that you're suffering from TDS, Trump devotion syndrome.
No, but you remember when we were talking?
Actually, KJ, I'm sorry, man. I have to cut my conversation with you unless you want to debate alongside this guy. Most insufferable debate ever. I just saw that somebody's like back in the queue. Mr. Zach. I don't know how long you've been watching, KJ. I don't know if you saw this idiot. He said that men are more logical and less emotional than women. Then I proved him wrong and he ran away.
No, I think, I mean, you have some good facts behind it. Me personally, I would not want a woman to be our president. No, I don't think a man is, I wouldn't say it's because I think a man is just completely better than a woman. I wouldn't say that. My preference is a man running for being the leader.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think men are better leading than women? Why is that your
Well, I
preference?
mean, it talks about it in the Bible. We can talk. We can pull up scripture, and I'm a Christian. I'm a believer in Jesus, so we can talk about that.
Okay, so if you think that just God made men better at leading than women, then obviously God would have like hard coded in some biological distinctions between men and women that would make men better at leading. What are those hard coded biological distinctions that are relevant to pointing towards us to the conclusion that men are better at leading than women?
Give me 1 second. I got you.
Right,
We'll pull up scripture.
Yeah, well, you're gonna find scripture that's gonna talk about, like Paul talking about like women just need to shut the fuck up, super misogynistic, and then you're gonna say, well, this implies that therefore men are better at leading than women. Then I'm gonna ask, okay, so if God made men better at leading than women, then tell us like what are the relevant differences between men and women that make them better at leading? Because obviously leadership is gonna be an empirically measurable skill, therefore it's gonna be driven by empirically measurable causes. So what are the empirically measurable? What are the empirically measurable differences between men and women that make men better at leading? Can you answer the question, KJ?
No, but Dean, but when you asked me this, I told you I don't think it's nothing about. I don't think men have anything that's just better than women. I don't think that. I think women are a lot smarter than men, in my opinion.
So if men don't
but
have anything,
I said it's my preference.
Women,
it's my preference. But no, I didn't say who was better or not. I said I would rather have a man leading. I don't care who's better. I would rather have a man leading. That's what I said.
You'd rather have a man leading compared to a woman, even if the woman's better at leading?
You can say they're better at leading, but you can say yeah because a woman is smarter and all that. But I think when it comes to actual leadership, men just have it. Men just have it more than women.
Why is that?
That's what we were sent on this earth to do.
Okay.
The Bible says, "I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over a man, rather she is to remain quiet." 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11 through 12. This is 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 2. Here's a trustworthy saying: if anyone aspires to the office of overseer, he desires a noble task. Now an overseer must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, temperate, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach. Simple as that.
Wait, repeat that.
Huh?
Repeat that.
Here is a trustworthy saying: if anyone aspires to the office of overseer, he desires a noble task. Now an overseer must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, temperate, self-controlled.
Okay, stop. Temperate,
respectable,
self-controlled,
respectable, hospitable, and able to teach.
Okay. Able to teach. First question: do you think that Donald Trump is temperate?
What you mean, like?
How's a good temper?
I mean, yeah. I always say President Trump is very petty, for sure.
So he doesn't have a good. So he's not temperate.
I guess.
Okay.
So what? I mean,
is Donald Trump self-controlled?
I don't think you.
Is Donald Trump self-controlled?
I mean, I would say a little bit. I don't think we all are perfectly self-controlled, but I'm sure he. I mean, I can say he has some good self-control.
Arguably, he doesn't have good self-control because after he lost the 2020 election, he lacked so much temper and so much self-control that he tried to coup our government and rig the election.
Come on, fam. That's not true, though. That's a conspiracy coming from you, fam. That's not factual.
It's actually factual. That was his argument in court.
No, it's not factual.
I'll give you the facts. So yeah, he tried to steal the election, coup the government, 110%. It was his with his fake elector scheme. He sent fake votes for himself to Congress via the fake slates of electorates from 7 different key swing states that Biden won, and then the fake vote said that he won them. And then once they were in Congress, he then tried to pressure Mike Pence into certifying them as real to take the election away from Biden. And obviously, there's litigation brought against him for this by Jack Smith and SCOTUS. Then the legal argument to Jack Smith and SCOTUS is what really puts the nail in the coffin, because their argument wasn't to deny that this is something that they did, because it was all well documented. You could actually see the fake votes. You could actually read the emails from the state's governor's office sent to Congress saying these are not real. But rather, their legal argument in court was literally that this was an official act of the presidency, and therefore he should have criminal immunity. It's so factual that it's even admitted to by Trump.
So we know for a fact that President Trump put in fake votes, and he still was able to be on the ballot and run for president.
Yeah, well, now you see.
It just doesn't make sense.
Now you see what it's like. Now you see what it's like to see the world from my perspective. That racks my brain every day, KJ. Right?
But check this out though. We also saw the Democrats. There's some conspiracy about Democrats cheating in that election as well, though.
Yeah, but all of them are invalid. They were tested and tried by 63 courts by Trump. They all ruled that there wasn't enough evidence, including 34 judges appointed by Republicans and 17 judges appointed by Trump himself. But regardless if the Democrats did it too, which they didn't, okay, this would still be a good argument to demonstrate that Donald Trump is not self-controlled, right?
And I wouldn't. I don't really call. I think when we're talking about self control in the Bible, we're talking about like controlling the flesh, right? Like you get what I'm saying when I say that, controlling the flesh
Donald
when it
Trump
comes to
cheated.
self control.
Donald Trump's cheated on every wife he's ever had. Lied 30,000 times. Each one is a
He did
sin,
on
sin, sin,
every
sin.
wife he's ever had.
Yeah. Right.
But look though, so the husband of one wife,
Right. So we can agree that
self control,
just 1 second.
respectable,
So we
hospitable,
can agree
able
that
to
Donald
teach.
Trump's not self-controlled, right?
Nah, I'm not saying he's not self-controlled. I'm not saying he's not self-controlled because of that.
He lacks so much
Because of that,
self-control that he tried to rig an election. He lacks so much self-control of the flesh that he's always sinning. 30,000 lies, cheated on all 3 of his wives, broken 9 of his 10 commandments.
But fam,
sexually
we're not
exploited
all
naked women and
perfect
naked
though,
girls.
fam.
Okay, and one of his
All of us, no man on this earth is perfect in every one of these things. But this is telling you why God put us in charge.
But listen, one of his imperfections is that he is not self-controlled.
But fam, what you're not getting is we're not all perfect. The Bible says it.
Do you agree that one of his imperfections?
We're not all perfect.
Do you agree? Do you agree that one
You're
of his
not perfect in all of these things?
Do you agree
fam?
that one of his imperfections, big ones, is that he's not self-controlled?
No, I'm not saying he's not self-controlled. No, I'm not saying that.
Well, I'm giving you so many.
People can't, bro. Just because you self-control, not self-control one, don't mean you won't be self-controlled the next day. You can control yourself here and there. You can change, and that's another thing that as believers we know for a fact about.
But it is a trend of continued, perpetual, unchanged lack of self-control from the 70s until now.
Nah.
Okay, give me
like
an
I
instance
said,
of Donald
fam.
Trump
Like I said,
exuberating
fam. You won't
self-control.
find a single person on this earth.
Give me like multiple.
You won't find a single person on this earth that's perfect in all of these things. And the Bible and the Lord knew we weren't going to be perfect.
1 second. Give me.
I don't get what. Like we can keep going. Go ahead.
Give me like multiple different points right throughout time of Donald Trump demonstrating very strong self-control. The same way I just gave you multiple points throughout time of Donald Trump demonstrating no self-control.
Like I said, fam, none of us are going to be perfect in any of this stuff.
You can't do it. Well, if we could only name
okay, because no how am I going to see her?
If we could only
you want me
to
sit out here and point?
If we could only name instances,
but look
if
how
we could only name instances, if we could
do you not see the hypocrisy?
name instances of him not having self-control, and we can't name any instances of him having self-control, then obviously we wouldn't call him self-controlled.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
So you don't see the hypocrisy in this though, fam? We trying to sit here and point out all of these non-perfections or that President Trump have, knowing good and darn well, me and you aren't self-controlled ourselves.
Oh, you just
so
conceded.
You saying the Bible knew, but listen, the Bible knew, but the Lord knew that we weren't going to be perfect, fam.
So you just agreed that Donald Trump isn't temperate. You just agreed that Donald Trump is not self-controlled. So now let's go ahead and move on to the third point. Do you think he's respectable?
Yes.
By whom?
What do you mean? Because he was made by God and God made us respectable. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. So therefore,
sometimes
wait. Are women?
God made us with self-control. He made us with sometimes. But like the Bible says, we're not all going to be.
Are women made by God? Yeah. So therefore, they're respectable too. Okay. So according to your argument,
women are respectable.
Okay. So then, according to your argument, both women and Trump fulfill that criteria of respectable. Which, by the way, I completely disagree. My reasons are apparent, or glaringly apparent. But moving on. Is he hospitable?
Yeah. He's made this country safer for all of the women in this country. That's pretty hospitable, if you ask me.
Fucking idiot. That's so wrong. Do you know what hospitable means?
What is wrong about that?
Do you know what hospitable? Do you know what hospitable means?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
I can't give you an exact definition like that, but I mean, I know what it means when you say hospitality. When we're talking about hospitality and all of that, we all know what that means.
Hospitable means friendly and welcoming.
Yeah.
Is Donald Trump personally friendly and welcoming?
Oh, he actually has been really friendly and welcoming to me. I've been invited to the White House a couple of times, and I've been invited to a couple of private conferences with the man.
Oh, no.
So yeah, I would think he's pretty welcoming. And then when I was invited to the White House, he fed me lamb chops. So yeah, that's pretty welcoming.
Oh yeah, no fucking wonder why you're so delusional. Yeah, you're one of them. Holy shit. Yeah, you're one of like the Cam Higby.
What is that supposed to mean?
But
look though,
what is that supposed to mean? I'll tell you. You're like one of the Cam Higby's.
Oh my gosh, man, can I talk?
No, you just answer me a question. You're one of them. You're one of the Cam Higby's of the world. You're just like one of the one okay, so I'm gonna so the Trump administration preys on like younger like pro-Trump influencers, and I'll explain to you how. There's not many of them. All right, like
they're not paying me, fam. I'm gonna keep it a whole bean. They have no idea.
I didn't say pay. I said pray. Right.
I'm saying, but
I believe that
you're
you're
implying that they support me or some in some way doing this. They don't. I do this on my own.
No. I know that they don't give you money because they know that you'll give them what they want without them giving you money. I know, 110%. I get it, right? But what they do is that they prey on you, right? And they prey on like other young influencers that are pro-Trump because there's not many of them right now.
And I believe the Democrats do the same thing, fam.
Right now, right, amongst like social media and younger influencers, 99% of them are not like viscerally pro-Trump. Okay, obviously he doesn't like that, so he wants more of them. So when he finds people like you, just like a total sheep, okay, jabbing your arm with that RNC delusion, right? Then all of a sudden they start preying on you. Like even though you have 60,000, not even 60, 40,000 followers, they'll start inviting you to the White House and all the private events in the East Wing.
But that's not why I got invited. I didn't get invited.
Which by the way is like gone now, right? Oh wait, you didn't get invited? For
it was
this?
not because no, it wasn't because of my TikTok. I'm with a group that we do a lot of different things that I don't really need to talk about.
Oh,
but I really can't talk about. Well, one of the things that I was invited to a lot of the years, and a group I'm part of is it was this Faith and Freedom Coalition. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that. It's a Christian event in Washington D.C. every single year. It takes place every single year. And
how many other rapists like
President Trump comes every single year along with his pastors, and they talk about when he gave his life to Christ and when he repented, which a lot of people don't know because the news don't like to cover that.
How many rapists like Trump do you think attended?
Come on, fam.
You know what I mean?
Like, okay, none. I don't think none attended. But bro, you know what's crazy, Dean? You talk about the past, about what President Trump did in the past. Do you believe in change? You believe people can change? Just answer that question. Yes or no?
I believe that individuals can change within some contexts, but not all. I definitely don't think that like a rapist can change. The reason being is that I believe that in order to rape somebody, you must lack certain core fundamental moral virtues that you cannot just rebuild.
So wasn't Biden? Didn't Biden have some essay accounts against him as well?
If Biden was a rapist, I'd stop supporting him right now. If Trump was a rapist, would you stop supporting him right now?
So like I said, President Trump's situation was alleged.
No, just answer my question.
And we already went on this. We already went over this.
Just listen.
A lot of people deem the lady non-credible, so I'm not going to continue to go with that.
Just listen. If Biden was a rapist, I'd stop supporting him today. If Donald Trump was a rapist, would you stop supporting him today?
If it was a factual thing that he was a rapist right now to this day, yes, I would stop supporting President Trump.
What about sexual exploitation? If Biden had sexually exploited people, I would stop supporting him today. If Donald Trump had sexually exploited people, would you stop supporting him today?
He doesn't. Yes, but I would if President Trump today sexually exploited children to this day right now. I would not support him.
So just anybody, children or women.
Okay, no, I wouldn't. Okay, to this day, if he did it right now, to this day, I wouldn't.
So can we agree that?
Dean, let me clarify because I know what you're about to do. To this day, if he did it right now, to this day, I would not support him.
Wait, not if he did it yesterday?
No. That is to this day. That is to this day.
Oh, to this day. Oh, from like any point in the past until
now. But if we're gonna bring up the stuff he did years ago, before he repented and gave his life to Christ, if we're gonna talk about that stuff, then it's not relevant.
Wait, you agree that Donald Trump sexually exploited people years ago?
I don't know, but I don't know if he did. I'm not agreeing to nothing, but I'm saying your claim. I know it happened years ago before he gave his life to Christ.
Wait, you know that it happened years ago? You know that happened years ago?
That he went into the dressing room with the girls in there?
That's sexual exploitation.
Okay. Yeah, that happened years ago. I'll agree to it, but I'm not going to not support him for it because I know he repented and gave his life to Christ. I know he repented and gave his life to Christ for a fact.
Would you still supporting him if it,
and as a believer, I forgive and do not and I do not judge.
So if he raped them instead of sexually exploiting them, would you still support him today?
If he raped them then?
No, if he raped them instead of sexually exploiting them in the same circumstance at the same time 25 years ago, would you still support him as president today?
If he raped those little girls?
Yeah.
I mean, I would be, like I said, I know for a fact he gave his life to Christ and repented.
So what is the answer?
And as a believer, we're always taught to forgive and do not judge anyone for their sins.
So what's the answer?
So
if he raped,
that's hard for me.
If he raped,
I'm gonna be real, that's hard for me.
If he raped, then murdered them, would you still support him as president today?
Man, I don't know, bro. That's hard for me. That's hard for me. He definitely wouldn't be president if it was that. If
he was president, would you still support him today?
Okay, but that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, bro. That's a hard question for me. I really don't. As a believer, our God teaches us to forgive
So
and
what's
to
the answer?
not judge anyone for anything they did in the past,
So what's
especially
the
when they
answer?
have given their life to
So what's the
Christ.
answer?
So again, it's really hard for me to say. I would have to talk to my.
I'm so
I
sorry,
have to
man.
pray about that. To be real with you, bro.
Pray about it right now. I need an answer right now.
That's not how it works. So now you playing with God. We're not going to do that on here.
Wait. So you're just
That's
saying that,
God
you
works
don't know?
miracles.
So wait,
You
you're
got to
saying,
talk to.
so
It ain't magic,
so you're
fam.
saying
It don't work like magic,
You're saying
bro.
that if Donald Trump raped and murdered little girls, you might still support him.
If he did it in the past, oh man, that would. And I know but put everything in there that I'm saying. If I know for a fact he changed his life and gave his life to Christ, yes, it would be hard for me. And I know President Trump has given his life to Christ.
Sorry, you're saying that you might still support him if he raped and murdered little girls?
Yeah, knowing what I know about President Trump to this day, yes, I don't know. I might still be, because the Lord teaches us to forgive. Do I need to bring out scripture about forgiveness and not judging?
Okay. Okay, I think I need to end my stream here soon. I'm just kind of done with this shit. That's like the fourth guest so far today that told us that if he like raped, murdered little girls, I'd still support him. I just need to probably do it for my own like mental well-being, likely. Jenna, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Luca with a 5, Haley with a 5. Thank you guys so much. Then Brooke with a 10. Then also Kate with a $3. Then Ella, thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love. Then over on Super Chat, G-Man, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, G-Man. Feisty with the $10. Thank you so much, Feisty. And No One with the $10 as well. Can't believe this. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I don't think I've ever been closer to quitting. Like the streams. And I feel like if I did, you'd understand. You know? Like hopefully, right? It's rough. It's really rough. You know, trying to have a conversation with somebody. People for 4 hours. At this point, 5 hours straight. That are just like, yeah, I'd still support Trump if he raped and murdered little girls. Like, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep doing it. Because we change minds. That's what keeps me going. If you want to know what keeps me going, it's those goddamn DMs. It's those goddamn Venmo and PayPal messages. It's the goddamn, like, Discord chats that say, hey, I used to support Trump and I don't anymore. That's the shit that keeps me going. JM, thank you so much for the $20 over in Super Chat, who says, it's deplorable and disturbing and disgusting how MAGA excuses Trump's sick actions. No, I agree. I agree. Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Big toll today. Big toll today. Folks, I'm going to go in the live. You could expect a lot of Raven. Thank you for the $20 over on Super Chat, who says planting the seed matters. It does. It really does. It really does matter. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $20. And you're right. Planting the seed does matter. Absolutely right. Neo, thank you for the $10 saying that the Epstein petition now has 218 signatures. Let's fucking go. Then Elise, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. Says, I'm so sorry, Dean. I bet, well, I appreciate you for that, Elise. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's hard. It is hard. It is hard. It is so difficult. But it matters. No, what we do matters. Tree, thank you so much for the $25 over on Venmo. I appreciate you for that, Tree. Tree says, we love you, Dean. Let me read off the rest of their message. Take a mental health break. Take care of yourself first. Well, thank you so much for the love, Tree. It's good to see you. You've been watching for a long time. And then Ilya with the $10, she says, please keep going. It's a very important work that you're doing. Yeah, we're not going to actually quit. I'm just saying. I haven't been closer. But I'm not actually going to do it. I've just, never been closer. Courtney, thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo, who says, Dean, we love you. That was rough watching and hearing this today. Take a mental break. You matter to this world and all that you do for us. Well, thank you, Courtney. Yeah, guys, the stream today is unreal. But honestly, I think that maybe we should expect this. Think about it. The truth about MAGA, the truth about Trump is really coming out today. Really, it's going to keep on coming out too with the full release of the Epstein files. It's not going to stop. It is not going to stop coming out. You know? So it's only going to get worse. All right? And also, consider this. There's a lot of Americans that support Trump, but when they see the reporting that like Trump met with Epstein in 2019 and Epstein said that he knew exactly what he was doing in 2011, a lot of people are going to be like, oh shit, like I no longer support Trump because of that. But then when Dean Withers runs the stream, only hop inside of that queue if you are a Trump supporting American adult, it is isolating it to a smaller group of people that still support him nonetheless. So we should expect the denial. We should expect the acceptance. We should expect the, hey, I'd still support Trump if he raped and murdered a bunch of little girls. KM, thank you so much for the $20 over on Super Chat. Appreciate you so much for the love. Thank you. And Morgan, thank you so much for the $20 as well in Venmo. It says, as a blue dot in a deeply red part of Idaho. These awful guests remind me so much of my community. Yeah, man. Same. And then Tamiris, thank you for the $10. All right, guys. I'm going to hop off for the day. Like I said, I'm going to be posting videos for the rest of the day. Just going on everything that is happening. Everything that is happening. If I missed your donation, I'm going to make sure I read that to myself as soon as I get off. And that's it for me for the day. Just, I'll keep you posted on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, so on and so forth.